Pirates Full Level System, Chapter 81-100. Chapter 81. If you are more presumptuous, you will kill your dog. Because of their ignorance, they dared to be arrogant in front of so many pirates. Because the world government protects them. Who dares to provoke? Who dares to seek death? One of the pirates had long hated Tenryubito, because one of his wives was captured by Tenryubito and became a slave, so when he saw the arrogant and domineering Tenryubito running wild in front of him, he really had blue veins. If it was in the past, he might choose to endure it, but Nima's current world government has been destroyed by Luyun God. Their backers are gone. Who cares so much? Just as the Tenryubito were full of arrogance, the pirate walked over with his iron fist in his hand. Presumptuous. Dare to stand in front of Tenryubito. Do you want to die as a dog slave? Don't let this sage loose. One step slow. This sage will beat you to death. Very upset. Dog slave. Kneel down. Who gave you the courage to stand in front of this saint? Tenryubito was arrogant. Kneel down. I'm kneeling and you are paralyzed. The pirate was so angry that he slapped his hand. The crisp voice and huge palm force directly pulled a Tenryubito to the ground, spraying blood. Looks like he hates Tenryubito to the extreme. Whoa. A Tenryubito was slapped by a pirate, causing all the pirates to look at each other in dismay. Damn, when did it become so relaxing to fight Tenryubito? Past, as long as it didn't follow Tenryubito's meaning, it was a big deal. Tenryubito, who was lying on the ground, was stunned at the same time. He was so big, and he had never been beaten at all except for being beaten by a mysterious man. Today, he was insulted to such a degree by a little pirate. I'm stubborn. This saint wants your dog's life. Tenryubito, who was stunned, felt the burning pain on his face, and suddenly became hot. He stood up and rushed towards the pirates angrily. Dare to beat Tenryubito. After I go out, first must let Marine kill you. You will never escape the pursuit of the world government. Tenryubito was extremely furious and arrogant. Chinluo sneered at Tenryubito, and when Tenryubito was jumping, he appeared directly in front of Tenryubito and slapped it away. In the end, Tenryubito endured a huge force and slammed into the ground. Again, I will kill you. Chinluo's eyes were indifferent, threatening all Tenryubito. What are you? Dare to kidnap Tenryubito? Aren't you afraid of being wanted by the world government? The world government will not sit idly by. When the time comes, this saint will execute you. Damn it. Dare to beat this saint. This saint wants you to pay for your life. When the world government catches you, the labor and capital will cut you into 8 pieces. Chop it up and feed it to the dog. Seeing all Tenryubito's stern, arrogant and domineering attitude, Chinluo sneered. Your biggest support, the world government, has been destroyed by me, so you should give up and be abused here. Chinluo said calmly, then immediately with 100 points exchanged for 10 dog chains, it is impossible for them to break free. Even if the Gorosei 5 elders come over and want to break it, there is no possibility at all. Listen to Chinluo's words. 10 Tenryubito were terrified, and one of them couldn't believe it. You fart, the Gorosei 5 elders in the world government are the strongest beings. You can destroy the world government. Do I believe it? Kid, this sage is older than you. Dare to deceive this sage here. As long as this sage goes out, you will definitely be wanted by the government. Humph. As long as the government comes here, we will definitely be rescued. You just wait to die. Tenryubito didn't believe Chinluo's words at all, and each of them was still arrogant. Chinluo didn't bother to pay any attention to it, and slapped it directly, and they were all crushed on the ground and sprayed blood. Your low life is not worth mentioning in front of my eyes, and your threats are even more ridiculous. If you don't want to die, just shut up obediently. I will destroy you, and I will destroy you at the click of a finger. Chinluo spoke proudly, and then ignored the 10 sluggish Tenryubito, but looked at the pirate who just shot. Did you make a move just now? Chinluo said calmly with a restrained breath. Yes. Pirate stood on the spot, his hands trembled constantly, although he couldn't see Chinluo's face, but Chin Luo's invisible temperament made him tremble and uncontrollable. Well, very good, 100,000 Baileys. Chin Luo opened his mouth, and immediately looked at all the pirates, saying, "You can also take action and beat Tenryubito, but you must be measured. Don't kill me, beat me to death, but it loses its value. What I want is countless years of abuse. They are tortured to death, and their life is better than death. Of course, 100,000 Baileys with one punch, 100,000 Baileys with one palm, and 200,000 shells with one kick. Li, a zone devil fruit, exchange for 50 punches, a Paramesha devil fruit, exchange for 70 punches, a Logia devil fruit, exchange for 100 punches, if conditions permit, I will place them in whatever way you want. In a prominent position on Fishman Island, as long as you have Bailey, devil fruit, beat them at will." At the moment, evilly promoting this kind of activity. Sometimes, Chin Luo felt that he was a genius. Damn, it's really subservient to not be in business. The system, can you guarantee that Tenryubito will not die? Chin Luo wanted Tenryubito to make him rich. Killing it was a pleasure, but it was only a temporary pleasure, and the most tortuous thing was to slowly wear away their arrogance. Let the world trample their dignity, trample what they call nobility. Let them be in agony, let them not be able to survive, and not be able to die. This is the most incisive torture, and it is enough to make those who hate Tenryubito feel refreshed. Also, this is the most lucrative way to make money. Think how many people in this world hate Tenryubito 0.1. And how many people want to fight Tenryubito. Thinking about the popularity of this kind of business in the future, Chin Luo couldn't help but laugh. Ding, yes, 10 points per person can save Tenryubito's last bite, so that he will not die. No matter how badly injured, he can still survive in one breath, but it is no different from death, the only difference is that they have clear consciousness. Ability to perceive pain. Bunker. This is exactly what Chin Luo needs. Exchange. Ding. Redemption successful. Consume 100 points. After the system finished speaking, 10 rays of light rushed from Chin Luo into the bodies of 10 Tenryubito. Of course, only Chin Luo himself could see this, and no one else noticed it at all. God, I want to ask, can I still beat them? Chapter 82 is 100,000 Bailey a slap too cheap. Chin Luo was immersed in the fantasy of making a fortune and was directly interrupted by the pirate beside him who had just attacked the Tianlong people. God, can I still beat them? The pirate said nervously, with a slightly uneasy expression. Yes, 100,000 Baileys in one slap. Or if you give me a devil fruit, you can beat me hard. Chin Luo stood on the spot and said inscrutable. Okay, God, this is 1 million Baileys. I'll give you all of it, I don't even know the horses I want to fight. The pirate was relieved when he heard the words, and as soon as he reached out, he pulled out a cloth bag. It's full of gold glittering treasures. There are 1 million Baileys. Beautiful, Chin Luo praised in his heart, and immediately said with a calm attitude, Go beat him, the punch you just gave you was given to you for free, remember, you can do whatever you want, they can't die. Oh. The pirate nodded to Chin Luo when he heard the words, and then he was eager to go to one of the Tianlong people. Dog thing, this kick is for my wife. Crappie, this kick is for my son. Drafting, this punch is for the torture I have endured for so many years. The pirate's face was flushed, and it was a fierce confrontation at the Tianlong people, and the place where the scolding was turned out to be the crotch of the Tianlong people. Ah! Ow! The Tianlong man howled miserably, his whole face was contorted into a ball, curled up, and the bottom kept shaking. The last few feet, the Tianlong man should have passed out, but just when he was about to pass out, the mysterious energy instantly made him conscious, and then he felt the fear in the world. Chin Luo watched the pirate beat the Tianlong people so ruthlessly that even Chin Luo couldn't help but be startled. Damn, so hard. Directly kick the crotch, cut off the offspring. Deserved. The pirates surrounded by watching their brothers beat up the Tianlong people so happily, suddenly felt very happy in their hearts. Once upon a time they were in the Sabayati archipelago, and that was humiliating. Even every time I encounter a Tianlong person, I have to bend my knees. What a vicious insult to an adventurous, fearless pirate. 300 pirate ships and thousands of pirates, of which no less than a few dozen hate the Tianlong people. Seeing that kid beat up the Tianlong people made their blood boil. Damn, I'm coming too. God, this is 10 million Bailey. I'm going to punch him 100 times. God, this is 20 million Bailey. I want to kill him directly. So relieved. I want to fight Tianlong people too. God, this is a zone devil fruit. Countless pirates rushed up and respectfully placed Bailey and the devil fruit in front of Chin Luo. Let Chin Luo have an illusion. Maid, isn't 100,000 Bailey a slap too cheap? Chin Luo muttered to himself, seeing that all the pirates were like big wealthy owners, and they regarded money as dung. Chin Luo felt that his business was at a loss. And the loss is outrageous. No, the price will be raised in the future, 200,000 slaps. No, 500,000 slaps. Yes, that's 500,000 slaps. Chin Luo made up his mind. This is called hunger marketing. There is no other place. Only Chin Luo dares to kidnap the Tianlong people and let people from all over the world tyrannize them. This is simply lawless. Except Chin Luo, I believe no one dares to do this. Done. But offending the Tianlong people would be extremely troublesome, let alone beating the Tianlong people. This was something they didn't even dare to think about before. Everyone said that Tianlong people were fat pigs kept in the Holy Land Mariajoy. If someone said that, Chin Luo would definitely slap him. Maid, can your pigs make so much money? Nipton. Chin Luo took all the treasures in his pocket, and then shouted to the king. When King Neptune heard the words, he hurried out and stood in front of Chin Luo tremblingly. At this moment, King Neptune was shocked to the peak. This is Lord Tianlong, and it is extremely dangerous to even arrest Lord Tianlong. King Neptune just spoke, and suddenly remembered what Chin Luo had warned them about the Fishman Island at that time, and hurriedly changed his words. God, arresting 10 Lord Tianlongren will attract the world government and marine headquarters. Chased and killed. King Neptune has not yet received the news that the god, Luyun, will destroy the holy land of the world, so he still has the fear of the world government and marine in his mind. It doesn't matter. Chin Luo waved his hand lightly and said, the world government has been destroyed by me, and marine still doesn't care about me now. Even if they do, will they dare to come down? If they dare to come down, I will let them die without burial. Land. Neptune was very puzzled and was about to ask, when Chin Luo Hockey interrupted. From now on, Fishman Island is open to pirates. I have warned them that they will not make trouble on Fishman Island. If a citizen dies, I will pay you 1 billion Bailey. And kill that one pirates. Such Hockey's words immediately startled King Neptune. He didn't know why Chin Luo dared to make such a rhetoric, so he wasn't afraid of something that didn't have long eyes to cause trouble. Is this really so evil? No one dares to make trouble. There was deep concern in the king's heart. But since Chin Luo didn't speak, King Neptune didn't dare to ask, suppressing his worries, nodded and said, yes, my lord. Well, also, you sent someone to collect Bailey and devil fruits for me. Chin Luo said, and suddenly thought of the most important thing. Neptune, I have connected this Fishman Island with the world. I believe that soon, a large number of pirates will enter Fishman Island. You are ready. This is a good opportunity to increase the income of Fishman Island. Moreover, I will not take any of these income, which is enough to sustain your Fishman Island for a long time. Now that the livelihood problem has been solved, can you give the remaining half year of the sun tree sap to me? This is Chin Luo's purpose. He spent thousands of points to build this tunnel, just to make the traffic smooth and earn Bailey, and all those Baileys are handed over to the king, so that he can maintain the life of the people of Fishman Island. And Chin Luo just takes the sap of the sun tree. God, can you earn Bailey? King Neptune hesitated. If you can't earn Bailey, I will pay for you. Chin Luo replied directly, not wanting to talk nonsense. Okay, I'll order someone to fetch the remaining sap of the sun tree. Yes, Qin Luo nodded, thinking about which thing to upgrade to full level. Chapter 83 Fifth Full Level. God, there are many people here, so let's go to the Dragon Palace City. King Nipton couldn't believe those pirates. After thinking for a while, he said. Well, considering that Momoshiki hadn't come out yet, Qin Luo couldn't help but be a little worried, turned around and walked towards Fishman Island. At this moment, all the people of Fishman Island stayed where they were, their expressions panicked and fearful. What's wrong? Qin Luo frowned and asked the people. God, this is Fishman Island, do these pirates really dare to go wild here? What if they hurt us? Yeah, God, before you came, they were so vicious they were robbers. God, I'm scared. Whether it is women, children, old or weak, they are all worried. It's not their fault, but the vicious pirates who have left them with deep damage, unable to get out of the chaotic, evil, slave-like shadow. Don't be afraid, I am here, and no one dares to touch you. If you lose a single hair, I will let that person be buried with you. Qin Luo replied seriously, his tone was extremely majestic, like a promise. It seems like a sentence, but this sentence falls on all the people of Fishman Island, and it is very important. Because God will not deceive them. Not to murder them. They were saved by God. So choose to believe unconditionally. Seeing that everyone's worries were resolved, Qin Luo felt relieved. The future, we can only see those pirates get along with the commoners of Fishman Island. If they get along well, the people of Fishman Island will soon forget the shadows of the past. Let's go. To settle this matter, Qin Luo didn't talk nonsense, and directly entered the Dragon Palace City with King Nipton. In the hall, Qin Luo sat on a chair with anticipation in his eyes. God, did you really destroy the world government? Neptune asked in surprise. This is where he doubts, and it is also the most crucial thing. Do I have to lie to you? Facing Nipton's inquiry, Qin Luo raised his eyelids lightly and spoke lightly. Noticing a trace of anger in Qin Luo's words, Nipton hurriedly said, No. No. That's good. Where's the sap of the sun tree? Since he didn't ask, Qin Luo was too lazy to talk about it. Sooner or later, he would have to know. When the pirates sailed into Fishman Island, news would come in. At that time, King Neptune personally saw the newspaper. Naturally, the doubts will be removed. All this is just a matter of time. Above the main hall, the two of them were strangely quiet. At this moment, hundreds of soldiers, with all their strength, carried up a barrel of wooden barrels. There are more than 100 barrels. Seeing so many buckets of Yangchu sap, Qin Luo's eyes are glistening. The last time I absorbed the sap of the sun tree, I directly exchanged it for 13,000 points. And when Qin Luo went to the Holy Land Mariajoy, in order to hide his breath, he spent 2,000 points to hide his breath, and entered Fishman Island to avoid being recognized by the pirates that Lu Yun was Qin Luo was Lu Yun, and then he wasted again 1,000 points to hide the face. The last is to open the 10,000-meter tunnel that runs through the world and Fishman Island. During this period, 300 ships were protected, 300 ships were coated, and 1,500 points were consumed to exchange for barriers, 10 points for 100 meters, and 10 points for exchange. 10,000 meters is 1,000 points, and two large tunnels of 10,000 meters cost a total of 2,000 points. During the period, 1,000 points were spent to exchange two repulsion devices to allow those ships to stop safely. In the end, Qin Luo spent 100 points. Exchanged 10 leashes to put on those 10 ryubito. To sum up, it is the points that Qin Luo has spent in the past few days. I didn't expect so many. Seeing that the points on the system panel were 5,400, he was heartbroken. Hemp egg, it's a total loser. In the future, he has to save some flowers, otherwise the sap of the sun tree will not be enough for him to absorb. Didi, detected mysterious energy, whether to charge it. The system starts to prompt again. This time, Qin Luo understood how to operate, and went straight to the road. Charge. Drip, the first bucket, charging, successful charging, get points, 100 points. Drip, second bucket, charging, successful charging, get points, 93 points. Drip, drop 103 barrels. The collection is complete. Redeem a total of 10,000 points. After the system prompted, Qinluo immediately saw that the amount of points had changed, from the original 5,400 points to 15,400 points. A full 2/3 increase. If Qinluo saves some money, he will break the 20,000 points mark. Mada, what a loser. Qinluo gritted his teeth secretly, wishing he could slap himself. This is a point, this is all meat, hemp. Ding, detected a non-element that can increase the full level, whether to increase the full level. Sure enough, after Qinluo's system points were enough to upgrade, the system began to prompt again. What? Reveal it. Qinluo didn't talk nonsense, but asked. Ding, summon, do you want to increase the full level? Summon. What? Join the summoning to increase the maximum level. The host can summon the characters or animals in the anime world that you know and serve you. Is that so? Qinluo looked contemplative and began to think. Then call the powerhouse of the pirate world to come to the pirate world. After hesitating for a moment, Qinluo finally expressed his thoughts. Of course, Qinluo was just asking this for fun. If two Whitebeards played against each other, one of them said, I punch you, and you may be killed by me. And a Whitebeard also said, I punch you, and you may be shocked to death by me. Two invincible characters use the same moves to fight against each other, it's so much fun. Sorry, the characters and animals in the pirate world are not supported now, and the host can summon those from other worlds. Other worlds. Qinluo thought for a while and said, can the characters and animals in the Naruto world be summoned? Yes. Where's the fairy tale? Yes. What about One Punch Man? Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Qinluo praised in his heart, this summoning is very perverted, it is invincible in minutes. Scumbag, you can summon the younger brothers casually, so why not hang the world in minutes? What Whitebeard, what Roger, what Gorosei, 5 elders. Not enough to see. Boost. Qinluo didn't talk nonsense at all, he waved his hand, extremely chic. Ding. Upgrading. Ding. Raise the maximum level. Summon the maximum level. You can summon the powerhouses and animals of any other world except the pirate world. Perfect. Qinluo praised in his heart. This full level system is too damn powerful, is there any? Exchange Uchiha Madara. Without any hesitation, Qinluo wanted to summon Ban and directly hang everything. Sorry, the host points are not enough, so I can't summon temporarily. Nani? Hearing this, Qinluo's face was dark, and he suddenly felt cheated. Dash 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 dash. Attach the book group. Red envelopes for Chinese New Year. Welcome everyone in. Let's discuss the plot together. And beauties. Add 30 people, add 1 watch, 60 people, 2 watch, no cap. Chapter 84 Get out, I don't want to talk to you. Book Friends Group. There was a 6 missing in yesterday's chapter. Sorry, please add it again. There are already quite a few people in the crowd, it's very lively. Dash 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 dash. The sound of the system's booster sounded, and Qinluo had a bad premonition in his heart. Why can't I be summoned? Qinluo asked in surprise. Ding, not enough points. Insufficient points. Is the summoning an arbitrary and unlimited summoning? Qinluo's eyes widened and he was very puzzled. Could it be that this summoning level is different from what he thought? If that's the case, it's too much blood. I originally thought that I would dominate the world of pirates in minutes, but it seems that this task is still extremely difficult. Sorry, the summoning level only provides you with summoned characters, but you need to spend points to redeem the characters, for example, to buy them out. PFF'd. Hearing this, Chinluo spurted out a mouthful of old blood. Nima, he still needs to spend points to buy characters. Chinluo felt like he was on the thief ship of the system no matter what he thought. The shabby mental retardation system actually gave him a sloppy look just now. The system only said that he could summon characters and animals from other anime worlds, but your sister didn't tell him to summon these things at all, and he needed points. This operation gave Chinluo a sense of sight as a RMB player. Let Chinluo have the illusion of, no money to buy your paralyzing skin, no money to play your paralyzing game. The unscrupulous quality of this system is comparable to that of Ma Wadong, or even worse. Chinluo was instantly disappointed. Paralyze. The shattering pen system. How dare you cheat me, you bastard. You didn't say that you still need points for summoning characters. I knew earlier that labor and capital were upgraded to the full level. You bastard. Compensate me for points. ... After scolding for a while, all the bad anger in his heart was emptied. After that, Chinluo reluctantly looked at the score panel of the system. When he saw the dazzling and eye-catching numbers, Chinluo's heart seemed to be shot by an invisible arrow. Distressed to the extreme. Is it so expensive to summon the full level? It actually cost me 14,500 points. Chinluo was shocked. This is too exaggerated. The system, you must be faulty, or you should go back to the factory to repair it first, and return those points to me. Chinluo said in a false way. ... Sorry, host, this system is running normally and there is no malfunction. Sure enough, this system is not good pit. Seeing that the system was not fooled, Chinluo gave up the idea, and then looked up at the points panel, which showed that the number of points was 900 points. This Nima's upgrade to a full level will cost more than 10,000 points. This is too bloody. Is a full level summoning so expensive? System, there is something wrong with you, right? Go back to the factory for repairs. Where am I spending points? It's just throwing points. Chinluo muttered in dissatisfaction. There is no way. He spent so much energy to save money. I saved more than 10,000 points, and in a blink of an eye, it became 900. I can't even redeem a character. This summoning is very useful at full level. Ding! The system's full level consumption points are constructed according to the principle of doubling. Last time you spent 7,200 points to upgrade your physical body to full level, this time it should be around 14,440 points. Go away, I don't want to talk to you. Chinluo didn't wait for the system to finish speaking, and scolded directly while covering his heart, with a lifeless posture. ... Host, don't be discouraged, this summoning is still very powerful at full level. Those who have been summoned can be unrestricted. Moreover, the recovery ability is extremely strong. Unrestricted. The ability to recover is extremely strong. What is it? Chinluo was stunned, staring at the system suspiciously. For example, characters from Naruto World are summoned, because Pirate World does not have chakra, and they can only consume their own chakra, which will become a serious problem, and after the system has been improved for you, this has been perfectly solved. Their physical recovery ability is outrageous, and they can completely consume their own chakra. There is no need for external chakra. That is to say, the characters in the Naruto world are more invincible than in the Naruto world. That's useful, but it's not that I'm invincible. Chinluo was not interested in listening at all. It turned out that being unrestricted is just such a thing. There's a little more benefit. What's the benefit? The summoned powerhouses can be controlled by the host. They only listen to the host. In their minds, you are a god, the supreme controller. As long as you give an order, they will obey them unconditionally. If you do not give an order, and they will move freely. It turned out to be dominating them and making them listen to me, So let me ask, which system of summoning characters does not listen to the protagonist after summoning the characters? Ellipsis. 0 asking for flowers. Quote, quote. In the face of Qin Luo's rebuttal, the system was speechless and pretended to be silent. Indeed, all systems summon characters, and those characters will listen to the host after being summoned. This point, in Qin Luo's view, makes no difference at all. What's the benefit? One more point, said the system again. Speak. Qin Luo heard it dull and wanted to forcibly shut down the system. The characters you summoned have memories in the world of pirates. When the host goes to the world of Naruto, the characters in the original Naruto you summoned will disappear, and the people who were summoned by you in the world of Naruto will be in the sea. The memory of the thief world will be erased, as if it does not exist. Quote. 0. Fuck you, uncle. What's this good for? I used to have hundreds of younger brothers, but all of a sudden, all of them are gone. Tell me, this is a good thing. Qin Luo widened his eyes and scolded, is this wave of summoning full level directly out of the sky? Facing Qin Luo's refutation, the system was silent for a moment. If you let them remember that you are their host, it will affect you to pretend. I'm pretending you are paralyzed. With a younger brother, labor and capital are invincible. Do you still need to pretend? Quote. In this way, the system gives you a free summoning opportunity, and the summoned character is random. How about it? Finally, in the case of Qin Luo's extreme dissatisfaction, the system made a concession. Nani, give me a chance to summon a character for free. Yes. Qin Luo is not a fool. As soon as he heard that he was taking advantage of it, he immediately changed his sluggish expression, and his mental outlook suddenly took on a new look. Don't be too fast. If you can summon without consuming points, why are you still hesitant? Qin Luo will not. Then Qin Luo looked at the characters and animals who had summoned the full level to Qin Luo, and was thinking about which one would be invincible. In Hokage, there are Otsutsuki Kagaya, 6 Paths, Uchiha Madara, Senju Hashirama, Orochi Maru, Jiraiya, Tsunade, Uchiha Itachi, Nagato, Namikaze Minato, Deidara, Engel, Haiden, Ju, Penludao, Uchiha Obito, Uchiha Sasuke. 1 to 10 tails are all in the sales ranks. This is simply to put all the Naruto characters and animals on the shelves. Chapter 85 Why the fuck don't you go grab it? In addition, there are also characters in One Punch Man, characters in Fairy Tail, and characters in Grim Reaper, which are simply dazzling. So horrible. Qin Luo raised his eyes slightly and looked at Ludao. If Ludao was summoned immediately, wouldn't it dominate the world in minutes? At this moment, the system prompt sounded. Ding, the higher the points, the lower the hit rate of the draw, so the host should not hold out too much hope. Understood. Qin Luo muttered dissatisfiedly, and then disdainfully said, the hit rate of the summons is low, then I can just buy it later. When Qin Luo looked at the sales price with hope, another basin of cold water was poured down. PFF'd, 50,000 points. Is this 6 Dao old man so exaggerated? Where, Otsutsuki Kagaya? Damn, it's 80,000. Why the fuck don't you go grab it? Afterwards, Qin Luo read the entire sales price list in a low mood. Even Hinata spent 1,000 points, which is simply a point grab. This time, the summoning is free. If you summon a powerful character, it will simply reach the sky. But if a weak chicken is summoned, it will really be a bloody loss. It's like buying a lottery ticket. The higher the character, the lower the summon hit rate, and vice versa, the higher it will be. But it's all about luck. Hope God bless you. Qin Luo closed his eyes and prayed for a moment. Ding, there is a chance to summon immediately. Whether to summon? Yes. Ding, a random call is in progress. Randomly, the screen in Qin Luo's mind kept flashing, like watching a lantern. Kagaya-ji, Ludao, Saitama Bald Head, Uchiha Itachi, 9 tails, 1 tail. Every time a terrific person appears, Qin Luo can't wait for him to stop. But in front of the weak chicken, the protagonist prayed to him to hurry over. The most read, the characters on the screen appeared slower and slower, while the 6 paths slowly appeared in Chin Luo's sight. Fuck, Lu Dao, stop, stop. Stop moving, Chin Luo shouted excitedly, and finally slowly watched Lu Dao move out of his sight little by little. Ah, Chin Luo's heart is dripping blood. This Nima is a 6-path, invincible character. He won't dominate in minutes after being summoned, so he missed it. After the 6 paths passed, Chin Luo wanted to die. This system was definitely intentional, definitely. Finally, the screen stopped on a figure. This person has a large gray back, lavender eyes, a forehead guard that is worn around the neck like Hanada, and a necklace of the heretic god sect on his neck, representing the 3 ring of Sante. Worn on the index finger of the left hand, it is expressive. Flying Duan. Chin Luo was a little stunned. He even pulled out the immortal Feijuan in Naruto, Nima, although Feijuan's strength is also terrifying, but this is a typical talker, character simple, straightforward, impatient, say whatever comes to mind. It can be said that it is a typical foreign. On the other hand, this guy is also very crazy, impulsive, cruel, bloodthirsty, arrogant, has no respect or courtesy to people, and has a crazy obsession with the evil gods he believes in. Terrifying special ability of Feijuan is the immortality. No matter what kind of damage he takes, he will not die. Immortality and one's own abilities are completely two concepts. It's like, although you are immortal, it is perverted, but you are weak, and some powerful people can't do it. An instant, Chin Luo fixed Feijuan. This guy is a shit stirrer, on the same level as Kaido of the Beasts. Kaido of the Beasts is invincible, while Feijuan is truly immortal. Chin Luo can imagine that Feijuan's ability to stir shit in the future will definitely be the pinnacle. I didn't expect it to be Feijuan. I wanted to summon Kagaya Otsutsuki immediately. If I can't do it, I can do it. If I can't do both, I can summon Tsunade, so that Chin Luo will not be lonely anymore. Damn it, it's a loss. Chin Luo shook his head secretly, and then the system's boost sound sounded. Character is locked. Naruto, Hijuan, do you want to exchange? Exchange. Chin Luo nodded. Something is better than nothing. Hemp egg, it's not bad to have a flying dung stick. At least the Gorosei 5 elders can't die. If the Gorosei 5 elders are really eating the fruit of life, then the 5 of them will not die. It's definitely not dead, and it's not bad to let Feijuan fight a wave of Gorosei 5 elders. Ding. Exchange in progress. Exchange successfully. Brush. In the system space, there was a direct flash, and Chin Luo saw Feijuan's dead face. Oh, where is this? Why did I appear here? Who are you? As soon as he came out, Feijuan turned on the invincible talker mode. I'm your master, Chin Luo said lightly, with incomparable majesty. Master. Feijuan looked confused and his heart was blurred. Then his arrogant expression instantly subsided, his eyes were clear, and he nodded obediently. Master, what are your orders? Here, put it on. No nonsense. Chin Luo directly took out the red cloud black clothes. These clothes are simply handsome. In the future, Chin Luo will just ask the younger brothers to find the devil fruit in exchange for points. In the future, Chin Luo wants to focus on being a big boss behind the scenes. This is the most beautiful thing. Wake up and take control of the world, drunk on the knees of beautiful women. There are many pirates under his subordinates. This is Chin Luo's dreamland. Feijuan took off his outer clothes and quickly put on the red cloud black robe. That chilling temperament was unquestionable. Very well, I order you to search for devil fruits. Chin Luo replied after thinking about it. Asking the younger brother to search is much faster than Chin Luo's own search, and he can also avoid seeing this dead face all day long. Devil fruit, what is that? Feijuan asked with puzzled eyes. Here, this is the approximate appearance of the devil 2.2 fruit. As long as there is a similar one, just bring it back to me. If you can't get it back, grab it back. The bad guys just kill them, grab the fruits, and the good guys go away after grabbing the fruits. Remember, don't kill them indiscriminately. Innocent. Chin Luo warned Feijuan, this guy loves to make trouble when he is angry. In order to avoid trouble, Chin Luo must beat him. Yes, master. Feijuan was very obedient in front of Chin Luo, which made Chin Luo sigh at the horror of the system. Damn, where is this big wild wolf? It is clearly a little sheep. An illusion of being needed by Chin Luo at will. Of course, Haydn will only do this in front of the protagonist, in front of others. It will show her original character. Dash 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 dash. Meanwhile, in the Holy Land of Mariajoy, all marine headquarters and branch people are searching for the whereabouts of the Gorosei, 5 elders day and night. Chapter 86 Gorosei, 5 Elders, Resurrection. The world government is in place, it's a mess. The bustling and prosperous holy place of Mariajoy no longer exists. The only thing left is the dazzling red cloud huge meteorite. At this moment, the fluctuation has long been silent, but within a few kilometers, it is covered with a layer of dust, and the air is filled with countless dust and debris. All members of Marine's headquarters are in full swing to carry out the search. The highest authority in the world government, in front of the whole world, was destroyed by one person. This is a fatal blow to the Marine headquarters, and it is a ruthless blow. In the 10 days of searching, the meteorite has been searched everywhere, and even the ground of the Red Earth continent has been dug 3 feet, but it has not been found. Kong's order, everyone ventured into the bottom of the Red Cloud meteorite, where the mountains are steep and the wind howls. For some Marines, this is extremely dangerous work. And the heat on the meteorite still lingered for a long time within 10 days. Standing under the meteorite at close range, everyone who was baked by the scorching temperature was sweating profusely, and it was extremely uncomfortable. 11. Marshal. A Marine wearing a cloak of justice walked up to Kong, bowed his head and said, Marshal, our team has searched and found no trace of Lord Gorosei, 5 elders. Where's Tenryubito? Did you find Tenryubito? Kong asked with a gloomy expression. No. Marine stood in front of Kong, looking nervous. Continue to search, live to see people, die to see corpses. Yes. The Marine headquarters branch, with tens of thousands of Marines, all searched around the Red Cloud meteorite, and launched a carpet search. It's the 10th day. It's already the 10th day. Kong's original strong will was also exhausted in these 10 days. In the 10 days, there was no news, and no clues were found. Even in the Holy Land I didn't see a thing, and when I looked around, everything was a mess after the disaster, and there was no life at all. Kong, who was originally fighting spirit, couldn't help but flash a trace of loss on his face at this moment. If it wasn't for Marine still insisting, he might be disheartened and order everyone to leave at this moment. Marshal. Garp walked to Kong's side, his expression not good-looking. Garp, have you found it? Kong asked reflexively, but he didn't have any hope in his heart. No. Garp shook his head and lowered his head. At this moment, Marine headquarters is in an unprecedented confusion and a dilemma. Without searching, there is no chance. To search, the chances are slim. Look for another day. If you can't find it, then evacuate. Kong said in pain, as if he had no hope for this search. Yes. Marine Vice Admiral nodded. At this moment, a roaring sound suddenly sounded in the Red Cloud meteorite. The sound is earth-shattering, resounding through the sky. The whole earth trembled violently, and beside the meteorite, a violent dust suddenly swept in. Marine soldiers who were searching for work were accidentally rushed out by the huge impact and fell into the abyss. Seeing such a change, Kong's face changed in shock and hurriedly shouted, "What's going on?" Reporting. Reciting Marshal. A violent explosion occurred inside the meteorite. The smoke rose to the sky. Our soldiers suffered heavy casualties. Suddenly a soldier ran over in panic and reported. What? Explosion. 10 days have passed. Where did the explosion come from? All the soldiers. Get me out of the safe area. Marine Vice Admiral, Rear Admiral, Admiral, those with strength, let me save those soldier. Kong gave the order decisively, his entire face was extremely blue. Yes. All capable Marines headed by Garp cast moonstep and rushed towards the meteorite to rescue those soldiers who were unconscious, stunned, or even fell off the cliff. Even if someone saves, many people still die. Kong stared helplessly at the dead soldier, with blue veins on his face. Damn it! The bones of the Gorosei 5 elders were not found, and thousands of soldiers were caught in it. This explosion range, enough to shock many Marines. Boom. 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 A few violent explosions were violently transmitted from the inside, and the whole earth was trembling wildly. Then, with the last word to carry out the universe, it shocked the world, and the edge of the meteorite directly exploded a rough mine. Kong stared solemnly at the source of the explosion, looking for the cause. Suddenly, the 5 figures slowly walked out of the gap. Due to the dust, they couldn't see the appearance of these people at all. When the 5 came out, Kong was stunned and speechless. 5. Lord Gorosei 5 elders. Kong's face was extremely distorted, his eyes widened and he stared at the 5 figures in amazement, his face was full of astonishment. Except for Kong, all other Marine headquarters, Marine branch soldiers, Rear Admiral, Vice Admiral, Admiral, and staff officers all gasped for breath, stiff as if struck by lightning. Lord Gorosei 5 elders. Lord Gorosei 5 elders is still alive. How is that possible? I saw Gorosei 5 elders being crushed by the meteorite with my own eyes. Lord Gorosei 5 elders is so strong. Can you not die in the face of such a natural disaster? Everyone was stunned for a moment, and then a violent discussion suddenly erupted. The tone was full of horror, shock, and disbelief. Under the eyes of all Marines, the 5 old men walked out 310 calmly, their expressions flat. They were resurrected again. 800 years ago, the 5 of them ate the most powerful fruit of life on the devil fruit tree. They lived for 800 years and never died. However, this record was shattered by the mysterious Luyun 10 days ago. The strong were broken. One person kills 5 of them forcefully. There is no retreat, there is no escape. In front of Lu Yun, they were simply vulnerable. However, fortunately, they are also not afraid, because they eat the fruit of life and can live forever. Even if it is killed, it can be resurrected again with the fruit of life. After the original fruit power user dies, the devil fruit eaten by the fruit power user will regrow in the devil fruit tree to complete a cycle, and the fruit of life is like a bug of the devil fruit, you eat it. Fruit, you are dead, this devil fruit should appear on the devil fruit tree, but because it is the fruit of life, it can revive your life, and then revive you, so that the fruit of life is still in your body, and because of your resurrection, the fruit of life will not reappear on the devil fruit tree. This creates an infinite loop and they have undead life. However, there is only one way to make them die. That is to destroy the devil fruit tree. In this way, if the root is cut off, the power of the devil fruit will disappear, and they will die of old age without others. Chapter 87 The Negotiation of the Gorosei 5 Elders. The fruit of life was originally a mutated giant fruit on the devil fruit tree. Compared with other devil fruits, the difference was more than 5 or 6 times. It was this mutated devil fruit that successfully attracted Gorosei 5. The attention of the elders, and immediately, they personally directed a shocking battle. Other devil fruits can only be used by a single person, and it has no effect when used by multiple people. But after the fruit of life mutates, not only does the fruit become extremely large, it can even be eaten by 5 people, and it is more than enough for 5 people to gain the ability to live forever. What is even more terrifying is that their bodies have also undergone various mutations. Have to say, this fruit is really perverted to the extreme. The first practice was on the day 800 years later. Gorosei 5 elders will never forget that day. At the end of the world, after experiencing the terrifying destructive power and despair, Gorosei 5 elders never want to experience it again in this lifetime. That kind of death is real and not false. Even if they were resurrected, they still hadn't come out of the shadow of death 10 days ago. That kind of pain, that kind of misery, that kind of unbearable pain, like 1,000 arrows pierced through the heart, they definitely don't want to experience it again. 5. Lord Gorosei, 5 Elders. Kong had a shocked face, standing in front of the Gorosei, 5 Elders at a loss for words. Yeah, the 5 old men nodded lightly, and then looked at everyone with eyes that looked down on everything. Kong, within 5 days of your marine headquarters, rebuild a holy place on top of the meteorite. And the 5 of us, we will stay in the marine headquarters for a few days first. Gorosei, 5 Elders, the bald man, is extremely majestic order. 5 days. Lord, is it too hasty? In a hurry, 5 days is enough. Are your marine headquarters such a waste? Can't even rebuild? No, that's not what you meant. Kong's face was ashen, and he was attacked by Lord Gorosei, 5 Elders. He had no temper and could only bear it. Then don't talk nonsense. On the 5th day, I want to see the former world government again, and I want to see the Holy Land Mariajoy again. Another old man with a knife gave Kong an ultimatum. Yes. Kong nodded heavily. This will be a huge project, a daunting task. Sir, that Lord Tenryubito. Kong's meaning was clear. Tenryubito doesn't have to look for them, they are all safe and sound, you just need to rebuild the world government. But he has no room for resistance. In front of the highest authority in the world government, justification and refusal are meaningless. Crowd also did not recover from the resurrection of the Gorosei, 5 Elders. Doing all this, Gorosei, 5 Elders nodded, and then the 5 figures flashed quickly and walked towards the marine headquarters. All the soldiers, generals and marshals of the marine headquarters branch were left. So, is that really Lord Gorosei, 5 Elders? Really not dead? How did they survive? Fuck, are the most powerful people in the world government so terrifying? 5 people, none of them died. Is Lu Yun stronger, or is Gorosei, 5 Elders stronger? I think it's comparable. All Marines have different opinions, even Garp is talking about it. What are you still doing? Didn't you hear that Lord Gorosei, 5 Elders has ordered? Everyone, rebuild the world government for me, rebuild the Holy Land Mariajoy. The world government is fearless in the face of evil forces. Evil does not prevail. This is inevitable. Wait until the world government is re-established. All Marines, give me all the power to hunt down Lu Yun. When Kong saw that Gorosei, 5 Elders were not dead, his heart suddenly revived, his expression was excited, and his tone strongly encouraged morale. Yes. All Marines started the rebuilding career in unison. This time the task is extremely arduous. It is not as simple as a sentence to build the world government within 5 days. Direct and build by yourself. Dash 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 dash. 10,000 meters deep, Fishman Island. Qin Luo temporarily placed the flying section in the system space, then came back to his senses and said to Nipton, "Go down first." Yes. King Neptune nodded and withdrew. Seeing that there was no one around, Qin Luo was using the ability to melt water in the full-level ability of the Overlord of the Sea, and instantly appeared in the Sabayati archipelago from 10,000 meters from the deep sea. Because the flying section was in the system space, Qin Luo was able to connect with him. Taking them out together, watching Sabayati archipelago, Qin Luo directly released Feijuan and said, "In the future, you will search for the devil fruit. Remember, you are a member of the Lu Yun pirate group." The cadre of the Yun pirates pretends to be a map of this world, an overview and a map of devil fruits. First get to know them, then you can go wandering. Remember, you are not allowed to see me until you have collected 10 devil fruits. Yes. Feijuan nodded in agreement. After Qin Luo gave the order, he directly used the ability to melt water, and the map in his mind was full of bright spots. Where are you going? By the way, this bastard Kong still owes me 8 billion Baileys. He has to go to the marine headquarters and lie down. The world government will be destroyed. This kid should be very leisurely. Chin Luo laughed and found him immediately. I got the coordinates of the Marine headquarters, selected the coordinates in the cup in an office in the Marineford high-rise building, and went directly in. Whoosh. Dash 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 dash. At the same time, Gorosei 5 elders appeared in the Marine headquarters office directly from the original holy place Mariajoy for 5 hours. What should I do about this? Luyun, this is an extremely strong powerhouse, even the 5 of us are not his opponents. The most deadly thing is that he is in the dark, and we, in the light, have suffered a big loss. The bald man said with a suppressed expression. First there was a lawless Chin Luo and the mysterious family behind him, and now there is another. Luyun, how can there be so many strong men? The old man with the knife wiped the long knife, his tone indifferent. You said, will there be any connection between the two of them? Contact. From the style point of view, it is similar, but from the energy. Obviously, Luyun is stronger. Let this matter be handled by CP0. I don't believe that if you dig 3 feet into the ground, you can't dig it out. We are still invincible for the time being, because we are immortal. Even if Luyun makes a sudden attack and we die, we can be resurrected again. But the only thing I worry about is... The old man said halfway, got up and looked into the distance. An indescribable depression and worry. Chapter 88. Join in the fun and give them a block. As soon as Chin Luo used the full-level water melting ability of the Overlord of the Sea, he heard 5 old men talking, and Chin Luo was in a cup at the moment, riding water in the cup. This is the reason why Chin Luo came here, but since some people, Chin Luo did not rashly show his body, but still watched quietly in the cup. When Chin Luo saw the 5 people clearly, he was not surprised, but a little surprised. Gorosei, 5 elders. As expected, these 5 immortals must have eaten the mutated fruit of life from the devil fruit and possessed immortal life. Chin Luo probably saw the speculations about the 5 old men among the pirates before crossing, and the most convincing is that the 5 old men ate the fruit of life and had immortal life. At the beginning, Chin Luo also thought that this was a guess that could withstand scrutiny, so he was naturally convinced. After confirmation, these 5 immortals really ate the fruit of life in the devil fruit. Have infinite life. I didn't expect it to be like this. Hey, I'm afraid it will be a bit tricky in the future. Chin Luo murmured in his heart, not too emotional because of the resurrection of Gorosei, 5 elders, for Chin Luo. The 5 of them are immortal and will definitely be beaten to death by Chin Luo in the future. The only annoying thing is this infinite resurrection ability. They have to think of a way to destroy them all at once. Chin Luo thought in his heart, and then he listened carefully to what the 5 immortals were talking about. It doesn't matter, the 5 of us can't destroy the tree together. With one Luyun, he certainly can't. Besides, the place of the tree is very secret, who would have guessed it? If Luyun can't find it, how can he destroy it? One of the short old men was a heart-warming consolation. This matter is no trivial matter and should not be taken lightly. Now the critical moment is to re-establish the world government as soon as possible, establish a holy place, and bring Tenryubito back to talk about it. Otherwise, let them stay in that kind of place, they will go crazy. Well, it is true, but the 5 of us have already performed space shift, and if we want to perform it again, I am afraid it will take 15 days, but the Tenryubitos can't wait that long. Then send someone to lead the Marine Headquarters Marshal Admiral to secretly bring the Tenryubitos back. In this way, it should be foolproof. Well, that's a good idea, I agree. I agree too. The 5 old men are very cooperative in every word you say and every word I say. Then set a time, when to save. 10 days later, 5 days to build a holy place for them, and the remaining 5 days, the 5 of us will return to the peak state. Otherwise, what important things will happen? Well, although we are resurrected now, but our strength is somewhat lost, then hurry up and recover, this world still needs us to dominate. And Chin Luo, who was in the cup, heard all this clearly, including the tree that the 5 old immortals said. Chin Luo guessed that it was probably the devil fruit tree, and if he brought Tenryubito back, I am afraid 10 days ago, when Chinluo crushed the world government with a meteorite, the Gorosei 5 elders used secret methods to secretly send the Tenryubitos to other places. In this way, it is possible to explain the spatial fluctuations Chinluo felt 10 days ago. Gorosei 5 elders, on the other hand, sacrificed themselves to transfer Tenryubito with all their might. Keep Tenryubito safe, and they can be resurrected after death. That is to say, Chinluo destroyed the world government and the Holy Land this time, and only killed those slaves and servants, and destroyed the buildings. The most evil people who wanted to destroy the most were all safe and sound. Mada actually let them escape. Chinluo scolded, and he had already planned in his heart that the next time he upgrades to full level, he will resurrect those slaves and servants using the reincarnation technique, and then clean them before they died. Fear, this is Chinluo's way of making up for his fault. The Gorosei 5 elders teleport Tenryubito even if they sacrifice themselves. At this point, Chinluo guessed that there must be some secret in Tenryubito, which can make Gorosei 5 elders so jealous, or, Tenryubito has their handle, which can make Gorosei 5 elders completely die. It's just that Chinluo still doesn't know what the handle is. But knowing that there is such a secret is better than knowing nothing at all. Chinluo will focus on this aspect in the future. The brief eavesdropping, Chinluo also captured the most crucial thing, that is, the Gorosei 5 elders plan to lead the marine headquarters to bring back Tenryubito who had been transferred away in 10 days. For Chinluo, who knew about this, he would naturally join in the fun and add a block to them. In short, Chinluo originally wanted to warn Kong to pay the 8 billion Baileys due this time, but he accidentally learned more valuable information than the 8 billion Baileys. He seems to have thought of the Gorosei 5 elders jumping feet a few days later. Chinluo pondered for a moment, and one of the bald Gorosei 5 elders who had just got up suddenly glared at him with a fierce look, raised his right hand, a palm wind smashed, and then shouted, "Who?" The quilt shattered with a bang, and the water splashed against the wall with a clatter, but it didn't cause Chinluo any harm. "What are you doing? Crazy." The remaining 4 of the 5 old men looked at the bald old man with gloomy eyes. "I seem to have a feeling of being spied on just now, and it came from that cup." Peeping. Hearing the words, the knife holder looked solemnly at the cup and water that had been shattered into slag, but did not notice any strangeness. "Why didn't I find out?" "Neither do I." 4 of the 5 shook their heads to indicate that they did not notice. The bald old man had a low expression on his face. "You must be wrong. We have all been stimulated a lot these days. It is inevitable that some mistakes will be made when we are older." "Well, you must be feeling wrong. Why is there anyone here? Besides, even if there is someone, he can still melt into the water. You must know that anyone with the ability is afraid of water. Don't be suspicious, you must be feeling wrong." The 4 old men, you and I, began to persuade the bald old man. And the bald-headed old man is also a god, saying to himself, "It should be really wrong. I didn't expect that." I also noticed that when I was wrong. I am really old, and the more I live, the more confused it is. After the 5 people finished speaking, they went to retreat to recover their physical strength. At this moment, Chinluo had disappeared from the Sabayati archipelago and entered the Fish-Man Island. Chapter 89. Are you suffering from Alzheimer's? Cannot understand. I didn't expect that one of the Gorosei 5 elders had such a keen sense of consciousness that he could sense my presence. However, it was only a vague feeling. Haha, the overlord of the sea's full-level melting water is really powerful. Chinluo muttered to himself, and couldn't help but sigh about such a perverted bug. After he came out of Sabayati archipelago, Chinluo fled into the Dragon Palace. 10 days ago, Chinluo also warned the marine headquarters. The world's meat, trade. And after he changed his identity and destroyed the world government, how could Kong take this into consideration? Therefore, Chinluo is not in a hurry. After getting familiar with the summoning level, he will stay on Fishman Island for a few more days. When those pirates enter Fishman Island, there will be some fights if they are not in order. In order to avoid these things if it happened, Chinluo had to stay here for a few days. If there was no trouble after a few days, Chinluo might be able to leave safely. By the way, go and warn Kong, otherwise, won't the labor and capital wait for nothing? Chinluo pondered for a moment, used his ability to melt water again, and quietly appeared in the Sabayati archipelago, searched again, there was no Kong here, and went back, there was no deep-sea prison either. In the end, Chinluo went to the Ennie's lobby and didn't see it either. Afterwards, Chinluo set his sights on the seat of the former world government, and when he escaped, he appeared on the Red Earth continent, where the former world government was. At this moment, the mysterious energy on Chinluo's face had long since disappeared. Of course, he didn't need to deliberately hide it. Because, at this moment, he is Chinluo, not Lu Yun. After replacing the red cloud and black robe, he is the big pirate with a bounty of 1 billion, Chinluo. While searching, Chinluo suddenly thought of something, and hurriedly asked, "System, is there a lifelong property that can be purchased with points once and can cover my face and prevent them from detecting?" Ding, yes. How many points? 500 points. Grass, so cheap, that last time I spent 1,000 points to exchange mysterious energy. Chinluo's eyes widened, feeling that he was slaughtered by the system again. Ding, last time I concealed my breath, figure, and voice, so it's more advanced, but this time the host just covers my face, and doesn't need to hide my breath, figure, and voice. Therefore, it only takes 500 points to get it permanently. Get. Chinluo didn't talk nonsense and exchanged it directly. Immediately, a mask appeared on his hand. The mask was completely black and had no patterns. When it was worn on his face, there was an indescribable abnormal feeling. Is that all right? Yes, host. No one knows what you look like unless someone breaks your mask. Can the Gorosei 5 elders know? Can't. Good. After the experiment, Chinluo took off the mask and put it into the system space. Anyway, he is Chinluo's identity at the moment, so he doesn't need this mask. Chinluo looked at the points panel. At this moment, there were 400 points left, and another 500 points were reduced. This is far from enough. Gotta find a way to extort a wave. Meanwhile, the former world government sanctuary Mariajoy. Everyone in the Marine headquarters worked hard to build. Kong's heart was extremely anxious at this moment. He didn't forget the transaction 5 days ago, but he couldn't get rid of it at all. The world government is destroyed, and the life and death of the supreme power is unknown. If this matter is not resolved, it will be enough to cause a sensation in the whole world. At that time, their marine would be in jeopardy too. Vice Admiral, Admiral and the highest authority in the world government, which is more important, he knows in his heart. So Kong gave up all distractions and searched for the whereabouts of the Gorosei 5 elders in the land of the former world government. And after the Gorosei 5 elders were found, he began to worry about his own affairs, and as time passed, he began to become restless. Will Chinluo tear up the votes? Zephyr, Sengoku, Borsellino, Akainu are now alive or dead? Kong's heart is surrounded by these questions. He wanted to look for Chinluo, but this little brat seemed to have scuds and disappeared without a trace. How to find it? Hey, old man, how are you? Just when Kong was worried about his subordinates, a figure suddenly appeared in front of Kong. You, Chinluo. Looking at the smiling and kind, harmless face in front of people and animals, Kong's pupils shrank suddenly, his face full of shock. Just thinking about where this kid will be, he actually appeared directly beside him. Shave. Kong is no nonsense at all. Armament hardening. Shigen finger pistol. Kong's speed is amazing. After all, he is a marshal. Marine Rokushiki's performance is much stronger than those of Marine Vice Admiral and Admiral. Whoosh. Kong armament, hardened Shigen finger pistol directly and aggressively pierced Chinluo's fluid-like illusory water figure, and then passed through directly. Both Marine Admiral and Vice Admiral noticed the abnormality and turned their heads one after another. This was like a chain reaction. Marine soldiers also stopped working and swept their eyes. Marshal. Who is he? Qin Luo. He is Qin Luo. Admiral. After Vice Admiral saw the figure clearly, his eyes widened in shock. Qin Luo was able to quietly enter this place of hiding dragons and crouching tigers. It was terrifying. Kong penetrated Qin Luo's body, and the original water flow was washed away, but within a few seconds, the damaged openings gathered again and recondensed into Qin Luo's calm and unrestrained figure. 0. It's useless, Kong, don't bother. You didn't show up as scheduled for the 5 days I said, but you didn't make the appointment. Do you think I'm easy to bully? Qin Luo raised his eyes and spoke calmly. For a time, all the Marine Admiral and Vice Admiral shave and rushed to Qin Luo. Marine where the experts gathered, Qin Luo was calm and unconcerned. Qin Luo, you are already surrounded. Obediently let Tenryubito and our Marine Admiral Vice Admiral go. Otherwise, you will die miserably. Hee, I'm so scared, Kong, even if you all go to the Marine together, you won't necessarily touch a single hair on me. Who gave you the courage to talk nonsense here? Qin Luo's cunning and savage words suddenly made Kong's entire face turn blue, and armament covered his right foot and swept away directly. Rangkyaku Tempest Kick. Boom. Kick hit the illusory water stream. Kong passed through it again, and countless splashes of water were splashed by the kick. But strangely, the water flow seemed to have life. In the eyes of everyone who saw a ghost and was horrified, it slowly condensed into Qin Luo's figure again, no different from just now. Kong, didn't I tell you it's useless? Are you suffering from Alzheimer's? Don't understand. Chapter 90 Killing her is like killing a chicken. Get out of here. Are you suffering from Alzheimer's? Can't understand what I'm saying. Qin Luo said lazily, his water-shaped body slowly condensed in the air, and looked at Kong with contempt. It's not logia. It's not fluid. Kong penetrated with one blow. Not only did not cause any substantial damage to Qin Luo, on the contrary, it made him a little embarrassed. Fluid. Who told you that Lao Su is a logia devil fruit person? Qin Luo was confident in Isho, his eyes full of disdain. Vice Admiral, the Marshal of Marine Headquarters, surrounded Qin Luo directly. Everyone is staring at Qin Luo, eager to peel him off for cramps. Qin Luo, where's Momoshiki? Let her out. Suru Vice Admiral asked with a serious face. Is it Momoshiki? Sorry, Momoshiki has turned against the tide now. She disdains to be with you Marines and becomes my proud servant. Nonsense. Momoshiki absolutely disdains to be associated with pirates. Are you torturing her with a tough attitude? Suru Vice Admiral trembled all over, and his face was haggard. Torture. Do you think everyone is the same as your Marine? Use despicable means to achieve your goals. Qin Luo sneered again and again. Presumptuous. Kong's veins burst out, and his eyes were full of anger. A terrifying energy rushed out of Kong's body. Immediately, Qin Luo saw that Kong's whole body was covered by armament. Boom. With one punch, all the water splashed. Slowly, the water condensed out again, forming Qin Luo's appearance. Kong, now your subordinates and the Tianlong people are on me. 5 days ago, if you didn't fulfill the agreement, you will have to pay the price. What's the price? Kong said with a livid face as he hit the air. 5 days, 25% interest is charged, that is to say, your subordinates and Tianlong people's clothing, food, housing and transportation are all free with me for 5 days. I will charge you 2 billion more Bailey, come as my compensation. Qin Luo sat on the ground and raised the price, ignoring the expressions of Kong, Garp and others. You're dreaming. Kong gritted his teeth. In just 5 days, he actually paid 2 billion more Baileys. Is he a fat sheep when he is the world government? Say slaughter. Kong shouted loudly, resounding like thunder, resounding in Qin Luo's ears. Immediately, Kong's figure moved. The palm wind whistled, and his body swept up like a falcon that was eating, directly carrying a suffocating shadow, and blasted towards Qin Luo. Drum. Noise. Qin Luo raised his eyelids, unmoved. This Kong provoked him again and again, and although it didn't cause any harm to Qin Luo, it didn't take him seriously. Do you really think he's so easy to bully? Repulsion. 1,000 times. Qin Luo murmured in his heart, and a terrifying repulsion suddenly erupted from his right hand, 1,000 times the terrifying repulsion, which caused the air to vibrate dozens of times. Kong's fist roared and slammed directly with Qin Luo's fist. Boom. A huge roar exploded from the palms of the two of them, and the terrifying repulsion directly lifted Kong away. His whole body twitched, and Kong's face distorted in agony. Bang! The terrifying Yue rampaged inside Kong's arm, and his armament-hardened right arm exploded into pieces in front of everyone's eyes. One punch. Boom. Kong, I warned you, but you still don't know how to lift an arm. Let you have a long memory. Qin Luo smashed Kong's right arm with his bare hands. No one really expected such a thing. Who is Kong? That's Marshal Marine. Commander-in-Chief of the three armies. With the strength of a marshal, Qin Luo's arm was so easily punched by Qin Luo. How can they believe it? Ah! Kong's veins burst out, his whole body twitched violently, cold sweat broke out, and the pain on his right arm was like a knife twisting, making him extremely painful. But the will of being a marshal still exists, and in an instant, Kong suppressed the piercing pain, but on his expression, he was still able to capture Kong's pain. At this moment, Qin Luo captured Chalmik Sheng. Today, Saint Charmik is extremely miserable, his facial features have been stained with blood, his hair is scattered, and he is extremely embarrassed. Heaven, Tianlong people. Saint Charmarco. Let go of him, let go of Lord Charmico. Marine Vice Admiral yelled frantically as if he had no brains. Kong raised his head to look at Charma Kusheng, who was being held by Qin Luo, his eyes gloomy, and said, "You don't dare to kill the Tianlong people in your hands. Say, what conditions do you offer? How many Baileys do you want? I dare not kill Tianlong people. Do you think I really dare not kill?" Qin Luo sneered again and again, as if he had heard the funniest joke of the incident. Realizing the killing intent in Qin Luo's tone, Kong hurriedly changed his words. "Let go of Tianlongren, the conditions are up to you. Just let him go. No matter 2 billion, 3 billion, we Marine will give it." "Oh, is that so?" Qin Luo raised his eyelids lightly, playing with his taste. "Kong, if you were like this when I came, maybe I would consider letting him go, but now, it's too late." Qin Luo Hanmang flashed, and his right hand exploded with terrifying power. "No way. Tianlong people, can't kill. Hurry up and stop." Marshal, Garp, Suru Vice Admiral, and the other Marine Vice Admiral's faces changed dramatically. They were stunned, and they rushed towards Qin Luo with frantic shaving, trying to save the Tianlong people. However, how could their speed be on a par with Qin Luo? Qin Luo sneered, raised his right hand, and a repulsive force smashed at the Tianlong people. Boom! The fist wind whistled, and the violent energy rushed into Tianlong's body 597 in an instant, and then, under the eyes of countless eyes. One punch. The blood of the Tianlong people sprinkled into the sky, and they died thoroughly. Garp, Suru Vice Admiral, Onagumo, countless Marine Vice Admiral are all gnashing their teeth. Damn! Kong was furious and punched him. Immediately, countless figures suddenly attacked Qin Luo. All directions are Vice Admiral, Admiral, Marshal of Marine Headquarters. Armament hardened, Iron Fist. Wash the fruit. Renkyaku, Tempest Kick. Shigen, Finger Pistol. Countless attacks blasted Qin Luo, wanting to kill Qin Luo with one blow. Repulsion, Almighty Push. Qin Luo retracted his arm, but when everyone was killing, he directly performed a terrifying move that made everyone panic. Boom! With Qin Luo as the center, the space suddenly distorted, everyone stopped in the air, and they couldn't make any progress at all. Within one step, killing her and others is like killing chickens. Get out of here. Qin Luo's voice was like the mysterious thunder of the 9 heavens, roaring and bursting in everyone's ears. As Qin Luo drank a word, the terrifying repulsion suddenly increased to a point that the vice admiral could not bear. Everyone was blasted out by Qin Luo domineeringly. The sudden force made all of them unable to go, and the momentum of the sprint was also resisted. With Qin Luo's body shaking, all of them were bounced away. You can't get close to Qin Luo at all. Chapter 91 Business is booming. Shocking everyone back, Qin Luo stood with his hands behind his back, his eyes indifferent. 10 days later, I will take out 25 devil fruits in exchange for the hostages in my hands, otherwise, I will tear up the votes. Today, this is a warning to you. After speaking, Qin Luo's body in the form of water disappeared, and the water flow that was not controlled by Qin Luo was splashed on the ground with a thud. Marines who were shocked on the spot were left. Marshal. Go and call the doctor. Marshal's arm. Marshal, are you all right? I'll call the doctor right now. It's okay. Kong waved his hand. There are some very old guys in the world government, those guys can totally build him a fake arm. But the most critical thing right now is to rescue his subordinates from Qin Luo's hands. Do you want to arrest Qin Luo? Do not. Kong felt that he didn't have the slightest confidence to catch Qin Luo. All Marine Vice Admiral, Marine Admiral called out, should be able to compete with Qin Luo, but this is still not safe, and the safest way is to find Gorosei, 5 elders. If Gorosei, 5 elders can help them, that's a big help. If you want to capture Qin Luo, you need to think about it in the long run. Damn it, what's going on these days? There was Qin Luo first, and now there is another cloud, and now it's an eventful time. Kong was furious, his face darkened to the point of exaggeration. Marshal, Qin Luo only gave us 10 days, where to collect devil fruits? 25, it is very difficult for our government to collect them. It is difficult to collect it. I will report this matter to the Gorosei, 5 elders. When necessary, let one of the Gorosei, 5 elders come forward and swear to catch Qin Luo. As long as Qin Luo is caught, the family behind it will also surface. At the same time, Qin Luo has disappeared in the place of the original world government. 25 devil fruits are not difficult for the Marine headquarters. They have a large population, and it is only time to collect devil fruits. It is better to let Qin Luo search by himself, rather than let the people from Marine headquarters search for him. In this way, the unnecessary act of using Bailey to buy devil fruits is also saved. Therefore, Qin Luo gave them such a broad and sufficient time of 10 days. If Marine's headquarters doesn't take hold this time, Qin Luo will tear up the ticket and kill Zephyr, Sengoku, Akainu, and Borsellino. Gorosei, 5 elders can't kill. Can Marine Admiral and Vice Admiral still kill? After doing all this, Qin Luo walked around the world, which took him 2 days. After the tour, Qin Luo returned to Fishman Island. In Fishman Island, it is bustling, and everyone is the people of Fishman Island. Pirates have already entered Fishman Island, and the local residents have grown from fear at the beginning to slowly accepting it. In a few days, they have quickly become acquainted, and the shadow of the original fear of pirates has disappeared. Compared to this time, Qin Luo is most concerned about the profit-making means of his business. Back at Dragon Palace City, Qin Luo immediately called Nipton over. God, what are your orders? King Nipton asked respectfully, standing in front of Qin Luo. Ask you 2 things. God, please speak. How is the business of beating Tenryubito these days? This is one of the things Qin Luo cares about. If this business is booming, it will make a profit. It is very simple to make hundreds of millions of Baileys a day. God, the business is extremely hot. Many pirates hate Tenryubito to the extreme. In just 2 days, the business has skyrocketed. Yesterday's profit was 100 million Baileys. Moreover, they also harvested 2 devil fruits. Oh, harvest 2 devil fruits. As for getting money, Qin Luo wants to get the devil fruit directly. Getting the devil fruit is equivalent to getting points. Get points, you can summon characters. The business is booming, Qin Luo is very pleased, and he can also expect it. Immediately, Qin Luo continued to ask, in the past few days, have a large number of pirates entered Fishman Island? As God expected, in just 2 days, a large number of pirates poured in from the deep-sea tunnel, and the tunnel you created shocked the world. Everyone calls you a god. Well, Qin Luo nodded, this matter was within his expectations. In the future, every ship that enters through the tunnel will be charged 10,000 baileys, all of which will be handed over to you to maintain the livelihood of Fishman Island. Yes. Nipton listened carefully, nodded in agreement. The man in front of him could no longer be described by human beings. Simply a monster. God, I have something to ask. King Neptune looked stiff, as if there was something wrong. Seeing this, Qin Luo waved his hand directly and said, if you have anything, just say it. Yes. God, have you really destroyed the world government? And also destroyed the Holy Land? King Neptune's eyes widened in surprise. The behemoth of the world government was really destroyed by Qin Luo. For a time, King Neptune thought he was living in a dream. When did Fishman Island embrace this big thick leg? I killed it. Qin Luo didn't hide it. King Nipton knew about this matter all the way. The red cloud and black clothes were all handled by this kid. He knew the figure and the logo best. Since he couldn't hide it, Qin Luo didn't plan to hide it. Then the Luyun god is Qin Luo, and Qin Luo is the Luyun god. Nipton said, swallowing. That's right, I am Luyun, and Luyun is me. And I am a pirate wanted by the world government with a bounty of 1 billion. Qin Luo was noncommittal and admitted it all. I have one thing to remind you. In the future, you will forget the name Qin Luo. I will only have one title in the future, and that is Luyun, understand? Don't worry, God, I have warned all the people to forget your real name. From now on, you will be called Luyun by us. Nipton had a good mind and had long thought that Qin Luo planned to hide his life. This matter has been taken care of by Neptune. I really didn't expect that you actually destroyed the world government. This matter has now been spread wildly by the pirates, and you have now become the object of worship on the whole island. Is that so? Qin Luo smiled bitterly. He never thought that things would turn out like this. If you go out in the future, you have to be careful, otherwise you will definitely be blocked by the residents of Fishman Island, and then you will worship and even vote a hug. Ahem, that's not good. Give me the devil fruits you've collected over the past few days, and then use the rest of Bailey to expand Fishman Island. Qin Luo waved his hand and said. Yes. King Neptune withdrew, and after a few minutes came in with a trunk in his hand. God, this is the devil fruit I got these days. Qin Luo nodded, opened the box, and there were 5 devil fruits lying quietly inside. Chapter 92 I am Luyun. You say, why should I? The 5 devil fruits are densely threaded and look like fruits, but they are unusually large. Ding! Detect the mysterious energy, whether to collect it. Sure enough, after seeing the devil fruit, the system prompt sounded again. Absorb. Qin Luo muttered to himself. Immediately, a ray of light enveloped the 5 devil fruits. Ding! 4 zone devil fruits. Exchange for 3,200 points. Ding! A Paramesha devil fruit. Redeem points for 900 points. Statistics, a total of 4,100 points. Qin Luo nodded, then looked at the points panel, which showed 4,600 points. Suddenly, Qin Luo noticed that someone sneaked into the Dragon Palace city and was rushing towards him. Qin Luo's mind moved, and he hurriedly took out the mask and put it on his head. He didn't want to be recognized by others. Looks like. Afterwards, Qin Luo sensed that the man had reached the door and seemed to want to come in, but he was very cautious, like a thief. Who? Qin Luo shouted at the outside, This scene made Neptune tremble, but he didn't find anyone, so he was naturally taken aback. I count 3 times. If you don't come out again, you have to think about the consequences. Chinluo stared at the door and sneered in his heart. Whoever dares to break into Ryugu Castle is so bold, that person is not a resident of Fishman Island, but a pirate. Since he is a pirate, he has a purpose in coming here. After 3 beeps, the man still didn't show up. Chinluo couldn't help sneering, and punched him. Boom! The giant gate was smashed to pieces by a punch, and a figure fled away in embarrassment, appearing in Chinluo's sight. Cough cough, cough cough. The person absorbs a lot of dust and is coughing violently. Chinluo stared at this person with cold eyes and said, "Who are you? What are you sneaking to do in my dragon palace?" This man is about 20 years old, a young man. From Chinluo's thunderous strike just now, this kid is very fast, so it is difficult for ordinary pirates to escape from him. He should be someone who is good at escaping or chasing killed pirates. Who are you? The man's eyes were cold, angry because of Chinluo's unkindness. Who am I? Hee, I should have asked you this. What is your intention to break into the dragon palace by yourself, secretly? Hey, the man couldn't help sneering and proudly said, "I am a member of the Pirate Alliance in the Whitebeard Pirates who can compete with the Whitebeard Pirates in the New World. Our Pirates Alliance, even if it is as strong as Roger and Whitebeard, I don't want to provoke, you know each other, take me to the Lord Luyun." PFF'd. Chinluo smiled, this time he really couldn't hold back. Someone even boasted that the Pirate Alliance could compete with Whitebeard and Roger. Don't you have any idea of how strong you are? However, the latter sentence aroused Chinluo's interest. Thinking of this, Chinluo asked with interest, "Why are you looking for Luyun? He is very busy now." Presumptuous. As soon as Chinluo finished speaking, Euphor was furious, as if Chinluo had said something to offend him. "You dare to call Lord Luyun by his name? Do you want to die?" Euphor glared at Chinluo, furious. Chinluo raised his eyebrows, "Yes. Another scumbag fan. Don't worry about whether I die or not, why are you looking for Lord Luyun?" Chinluo raised his interest for the first time, otherwise, if anyone dared to offend him, he would definitely be slapped to death. Humph. Euphor looked proud, looked up at the sky and said, "Lord Luyun subverted the world government with one person's power, murdered Gorosei, 5 elders, and even arrested the Tianlong people and kept them in Fishman all day. The island has endured thousands of times of torment. The deeds of Lord Luyun can be called a great achievement. It is a height that my generation cannot reach in my entire life. My admiration for Lord Luyun is like a surging river, which is endless, and like the flood of the Yellow River. And out of control." Stop, stop, stop. Chinluo interrupted with a wry smile, "Heck. Can't hear it." Hearing others compliment him so much, even Chinluo's old face felt a burst of fire. It was hot. To put it simply, why are you looking for Lord Luyun? Lord Luyun is in charge of every day. If it's a trivial matter, Lord Luyun will ignore you, you little brat. Humph. Euphor looked at Chinluo and Nipton proudly, and said, "Take me to see Luyun God, I want to worship him as a teacher." Euphor's eyes are full of worship, and the degree of worship to Luyun has broken through the sky. "Let's go, Lord Luyun won't see you, and won't accept you as a disciple." Chinluo waved his hand, motioning for this guy to get out of the way. What kind of apprentice? That's what fools do. Damn it, you didn't take me to see Luyun Chen, why do you say Luyun won't accept me as a disciple? Euphor was stunned, his figure flashed, and he rushed towards Chinluo. "Since you don't bring me with you, I'll go, then I'll tie it up and let you take me there." Huh. Chinluo is kind to Isho, and Euphor is astonishingly fast as lightning, but compared to Chinluo, who is at the full level of Overlord of the Sea, it is far behind. S speed is very similar to the shaving in Marine Rokushiki, and the speed is amazing. In the blink of an eye, Euphor reached Chinluo and grabbed it with a big hand. "Since you won't take me there, then I'll take the liberty to interrupt." Euphor's eyes were red, and his face was full of confident smiles. Qin Luo shook his head with a wry smile, his arms stretched out directly, and he punched you on the palm of your hand. Euphor's reaction was astonishing. His waist twisted, he hurriedly turned his body, avoided dangerously, and then grabbed towards Qin Luo's back. The speed of response is not slow. Qin Luo was surprised, and immediately raised his right hand slightly. The repulsive force increased sharply, and the gravitational force appeared at the same time on Euphor's body, squeezing him into place. Damn it! Euphor's eyes were red and his expression was dull. What kind of power is this? He subdued the opponent with one blow. Qin Luo stood up slowly and warned Euphor. Go away, for the sake of your worship of Lu Yun, I won't kill you. Lu Yun will not accept you. Why do you say that? Only Lu Yun has the absolute right to speak. Why do you decide for Lu Yun God? Euphor roared frantically as his hope was almost shattered. Why? Qin Luo sneered and said, I am Lu Yun, you say, why should I? As soon as Qin Luo's words came out, Euphor's whole body trembled, and he was stunned in the air, his eyes widened, unbelievable. Chapter 93 Good luck. You are Lord Lu Yun. Euphor's expression changed rapidly, from arrogance to panic to shock. You can imagine what he was going through at the moment. Looking at Euphor's surprised, and adoring eyes, Qin Luo even smiled bitterly. Are you really Lord Lu Yun? One blow pierced through the world government, smashed the Holy Land, and even beat up Tenryubito, Lord Lu Yun. Euphor was restrained, but the ecstasy and excitement on his face, the madness is revealed. Well, Qin Luo nodded indifferently. Seeing Qin Luo admit it, Euphor became more and more excited. Lord Lu Yun. God Lu Yun, let me go. I'm here to worship you as your teacher. Please accept me, let me be your disciple. Quote. Euphor was bound in the air, his expression was excited, and the whole person was ecstatic. I said, I don't accept disciples. Qin Luo said calmly. Hearing this, Euphor suddenly became anxious and shouted, Lu Yun God, you are my idol. If I knew you were Lu Yun God, I would definitely not dare to offend. Please don't mind what happened just now. I feel uncomfortable. I will kneel and kowtow to you. I beg you to accept me as your disciple. No charge. Facing Euphor's begging, Qin Luo directly refused. Why? Euphor's face was extremely bitter. He came to Fishman Island to learn from Lu Yun, but he was rejected so neatly. I don't want to accept it. God, give me another chance. I will definitely perform well. Please God, give me another chance. Euphor was begging hard in the air. If Qin Luo hadn't bound Euphor at the moment, this guy would have immediately knelt down to Qin Luo. Facing Euphor's determined heart, Qin Luo shook his head. If he refused, he would definitely be annoyed by this person all day. To avoid trouble, Qin Luo had to give Euphor a condition that he couldn't do. Thinking of this, Qin Luo put down Euphor and said, if you want to join me in Lu Yun, you must pass the 3 tests. 3 levels. Don't say 3 levels. Even if it's 10 levels. I will definitely pass. Euphor was ecstatic. Still have a chance. Don't be too happy. Qin Luo poured down a basin of cold water. I'm afraid you won't be able to pass the first level. Hearing this, Euphor's entire face turned pale. What kind of test was he unable to pass the first level? In 2 days, collect 2 devil fruits. Of course, if you collect zone devil fruits, you will need 3 to pass the first level. Qin Luo set out almost impossible conditions. In 2 days, 2 devil fruits were collected, which is as hard as the sky. Not to mention how precious devil fruits are. Even if there are channels to obtain them, there is no way to buy them without 6 or 7 billion Baileys. And it's still priceless. Therefore, it is extremely difficult to obtain 2 devil fruits alone, and if it is a zone devil fruit, you need 3. This condition alone has already shut you out for 1,000 miles. The second condition. In 2 days. What can I do in 2 days? If Qin Luo was asked to collect it, he might be able to collect it, but wouldn't it be even more difficult for a 200 million little pirate like Euphor to take out 2 devil fruits within 2 days? So, the first condition. Euphor, you can't do it. Unless there is a pie in the sky, but this luck rate is very small. 2 devil fruits or 3 zone devil fruits. Euphor's eyes widened, shocked. He knew exactly what devil fruit meant, but it was simply too difficult to obtain devil fruit in such a short period of time. Even let him steal, let him rob. It is also extremely difficult to meet the requirements and deliver it to Lu Yun. God, this is simply impossible to achieve. Euphor roared, flabbergasted. I can't pass the first level. Who is qualified to be my disciple? Qin Luo raised his eyelids and said indifferently. Look, just now I swore that I would pass the level, but when the problem came, it was the same again. Fishman Island is far from Sabayati. Even after the adults open the tunnel, it will take a day, and it will take me 2 days to go back and forth, and it will take 2 days just to travel. How can I have time to search for demon's fruit? Hearing this, Qin Luo pondered. It was indeed difficult. In this way, I will send you out. Take this talisman. If you collect 2 non-zone devil fruits, or 3 zone devil fruits within 2 days, I will appear by your side in an instant. How about when you're on your way? In the end, Qin Luo made such a condition. Euphor had a bitter look on his face. It was too difficult to collect devil fruits within 2 days. But if he didn't do this, he would have no chance to become Lu Yun's apprentice, and he would regret it for the rest of his life. In an instant, Euphor's eyes were full of resolute and decisive color. Okay. Within 2 days, I will definitely find the devil fruit. Euphor is very excited, although there are many difficulties ahead, but this is not a dead end. There's still a chance. Just work hard, in case it can be reached. Qin Luo slowly shook his head, helpless for Euphor's resolute heart. Good luck then. In Qin Luo's view, this is simply impossible. The reason for this condition is that Qin Luo retreated for the sake of Euphor, but he did not expect this silly boy to face the difficulty. After finishing speaking, Qin Luo waved his hand, and a talisman appeared in Euphor's hand, and Qin Luo immediately brought him into the system space without waiting for Euphor to speak. The overlord of the sea. The body melts into the water. Qin Luo let out a low voice, and then the whole person disappeared. In the Dragon Palace city, only the horrified face of King Nipton was left. Disappear, disappeared. Dash 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 dash. 3.2 seconds, Qin Luo led Euphor to a place in the New World. Qin Luo didn't pay too much attention to where it was. In short, it wasn't a good place. It seemed to be under Whitebeard's jurisdiction. Whoosh! A ray of light flashed, and Euphor appeared in front of Qin Luo. Here, this is a map of this country. This is a permanent pointer. Whether you can pass the first level within 2 days depends on your luck. If you don't pass, don't look for me. Qin Luo looked at the sky and said indifferently. I will definitely collect devil fruits. Definitely. God of flowing clouds. You are waiting for me. I will become your apprentice. Euphor shouted, full of confidence. Good luck. Qin Luo waved his hand and disappeared immediately. Only Euphor was left surprised by the means of Lu Yunshan. Chapter 94. Congratulations, you have become a big pirate with a bounty of 500 million. God. Flowing cloud god. God. Euphor raised his head and shouted and looked around, but did not find Lu Yunshan's figure. What a powerful god. Does this belong to space teleportation? I was originally on Fishman Island, and appeared in Whitebeard's territory in the New World in a blink of an eye. It must be space teleportation. How strong is Lu Yun god? Euphor murmured to himself. The admiration for Lu Yun in his heart had reached the point of being thrown to the ground. God, wait for me. Dash 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 dash. Qin Luo put down Euphor and returned to Fishman Island. In the past 2 days, many news that shocked the world have appeared. The first to bear the brunt was a man from the god of flowing cloud who destroyed the Holy Land and killed the Gorosei, 5 elders. This incident caused a storm all over the world. Just as the hurricane roared violently and those pirates planned to bombard Marineford, another shocking and panic message came out. Gorosei, 5 elders are not dead. The sensation of this incident is no less than that of a magnitude 12 earthquake. Those arrogant pirates who were arrogant and domineering because of the destruction of the world government suddenly died down and lost their voices. 5 12-old stars died and came back to life, only Qin Luo knew about it. Others thought that Gorosei, 5 elders were powerful and really didn't die. God, there is a big situation. King Neptune rushed in from the door in a panic, panting violently. What's wrong? God, the Gorosei, 5 elders are not dead. They are alive. King Neptune's face changed in shock. After all, Tenryubito is here, but he has been tortured beyond human tolerance. If this matter reaches the ears of the Gorosei, 5 elders, they are bound to go all out to destroy Fishman Island. The Gorosei, 5 elders are resurrected, and King Neptune is most worried about his people on Fishman Island. Isn't it dead? Qin Luo pretended to be surprised. He knew better than anyone that Gorosei, 5 elders were dead or not, but he still pretended to be surprised in front of Neptune. Not dead. The newspapers are out. Neptune's face panicked, and he hurriedly handed the newspaper to Qin Luo. Qin Luo took it and glanced away. On the most conspicuous position, it is written in bold and dazzling characters. The supreme power of the world government, the Gorosei, 5 elders, is not dead. This news is very short, but the weight is extremely dignified. In just a few words, the pirates who are about to resist Marine can stop their thoughts, and it can calm the matter down and act as a deterrent. Meanwhile, the world was inundated with the news. Whether it's pirates, Marines, or civilians, they all know this. Under this news, there is a picture. The picture is clear. There are 2 figures. Qin Luo saw this man. He was indifferent to Isho. The 2 were none other than Qin Luo and Momoshiki. The picture showed Qin Luo wearing a red cloud and black robe at that time. Wanted. This is a government warrant. Mysterious man, Lu Yun, Bounty Bailey. Evil deeds. Destroy the world government. Subvert the Holy Land Mariajoy. The highest authority in the world government has given the highest order. The world arrests Lu Yun. Those who provide information will be rewarded 500,000 Bailey. Seeing a series of characters, Qin Luo couldn't help but be indifferent to Isho. This world government really made a lot of money in order to destroy him. And beside Qin Luo, another figure was Momoshiki. Since Momoshiki didn't do it at the time, the bounty was much lower than Qin Luo's. Mysterious man, offer a bounty Bailey. Evil deed, it is the mysterious man Lu Yun's accomplice. Those who provide the information will be rewarded with a reward of 200,000 Bailey. Now the whole world is crazy about Lu Yun. They were even more surprised by the Gorosei, 5 elders, the highest authority in the world government. They didn't die under the doomsday natural disaster. Everyone can't help but take a few breaths. How terrifying is this strength? To survive that explosion and shock. For a time, countless pirates fell silent. This invisible deterrence makes them dare not take risks. Someone as strong as a cloud that can't be destroyed. I am afraid that the strength has reached a level that others can't imagine. Hastily overthrowing the Marine headquarters is no different from courting death. God, we have captured Tenryubito, and we are still abusing the world noble Tenryubito on Fishman Island. Will the Gorosei, 5 elders come to save them? Or just destroy Fishman Island? Don't worry, Gorosei, 5 elders are devil fruit power users. If they dare to come, it will be no different from death. Don't worry, when necessary, I will kill Gorosei, 5 elders directly to ensure the safety of Fishman Island. Qin Luo Haki replied, directly dispelling King Neptune's doubts. That, thank God. Neptune nodded and left the place. Government being destroyed and the resurrection of the Gorosei, 5 elders, Qin Luo's deep-sea tunnel was also a topic that shocked the world. Countless pirates flocked here, and now Fishman Island has reached a level of fullness. There are all kinds of fierce disputes on the entire island, but all pirates obediently obey the rules of Fishman Island. No one dares to go beyond a step. Because this island is under the protection of the god, Luyun, they dare not be presumptuous at all. In addition, the business of beating Tenryubito is also extremely popular. In just a few days, hundreds of pirates have practiced it themselves. Tenryubito was imprisoned was miserable. All Tenryubito were beyond recognition, dripping with blood, and in extreme embarrassment, but they still held their breath. Whenever they wanted to escape by death, they couldn't die. Not only can they not die, but their minds are inexplicably more sober. This kind of weird thing happened to all of them. The news that Gorosei, 5 elders were not dead entered Fishman Island, which had a slight impact on Chin Luo's business. However, after someone took the lead, the other pirates put their concerns behind them, and then handed over Bailey smartly. A big beating with Tenryubito. Tenryubito was imprisoned on Fishman Island, and in just 2 days, it was passed to the ears of the highest authority in the world government, the Gorosei, 5 elders. As for how to deal with it, there is no discussion. Get up. Chin Luo walked over to Momosegi's bed and lifted the quilt. This girl has been sleeping for 2 days, still not awake. Oh, Momosegi stretched and opened her shy eyes, just in time to see Chin Luo standing in front of her, half smiling. What time is it? What time is it? You have slept for 2 days and 2 nights. If I don't call you, I'm afraid you will die. Chin Luo smiled bitterly, and then handed the newspaper to Momosegi, who was in a state of confusion. Here, this is a wanted order issued by the world government. Congratulations, you have become a big pirate with a reward of 500 million. Chapter 95. All of this is due to you. What? Wanted? 500 million big pirates. Momosegi just woke up, but his head was still groggy, thinking he heard it wrong. When she saw the newspaper Chin Luo handed in front of him, Momosegi realized that this was not a dream. What is this? Your wanted order. You've become a big pirate now. It's incredible. Chin Luo smiled kindly, his eyes interesting. Big pirate. How could it be? I didn't do anything. Momosegi was still stunned. How could she be rewarded with 500 million Baileys? And besides, she was sleeping in these days. Could she be sleepwalking? Going out to kill the Tianlong people, and then being wanted by the government and offering a reward of 500 million. Thinking for a long time, Momosegi did not understand why he was offered a reward of 500 million. To think of it, Momosegi turned his eyes to the newspaper. A series of dense fonts above were all seen by her. After seeing 2 portraits, Momosegi's face was full of astonishment, her beautiful eyes blinked lightly, and Sakura's small mouth opened into an O shape in surprise. I turned out to be a 500 million pirate. Momosegi can't believe what it means to have 500 million pirates. She knows nothing about it, but a few days ago, she was just a spectator, watching Chin Luo destroy the world government and destroy the 527 Holy Land. Unexpectedly, the world government even wanted her. Heaven and earth can be learned, she didn't do it at all. Say Wolf, it's all your fault. I've become a pirate with 500 million Baileys now. Momosegi was aggressive, showing his teeth and claws in front of Chin Luo. Fierce way. For all this, Chin Luo must be completely blamed. Why do you blame me? The world government was indeed destroyed by me, but you also contributed. Chin Luo's face was flat, not panicking at all. Me? What did I do for you? Momosegi was puzzled, she just stood there and didn't do anything. With you, how could I miss the opportunity to act so incisively and forcefully? Without you, I would be too lazy to move such a big frame, and I wouldn't be so hard. All of this is due to you. Chin Luo's tone was playful, and Momosegi's pretty face flushed. Bah, the wolf, only the devil believes you. Momosegi's beautiful eyes squinted, and Chin Luo's face was red with teasing. Momosegi, you've grown from a cannon fodder in the marine headquarters to a big pirate with a bounty of 500 million Baileys. Don't you thank me for your rapid growth. Chin Luo began to be rogue. Thank you. I'm being hunted down by Marine headquarters and I want to thank you. Idiot, your brain is flooded. Nonsense, now I'm on Fishman Island, 10,000 meters deep in the sea, do you think my brain is flooded? It took me a lot of effort to bring you down. Bringing you to Fishman Island, you didn't even thank me at all. Oh, my heart aches. I need care. Chinluo became funny in a second, and his painting style changed abruptly. PFF'd. Momosuke saw Chinluo's pompous posture, and immediately laughed. Hey, Salang, I usually see you as cheap, but I didn't expect it to happen, you are so fierce. You directly destroyed the world government. Although it is a big loss that Gorosei, 5 elders did not die, you can do it. It's too sharp and decisive. Momosuke instantly transformed into Chinluo's little fangirl, surprised. Cough, what's so fierce? My brother has even more fierce, do you want to try it? Chinluo said. Although Momosuke is not deep in the world, he can see Chinluo's posture of a big cockroach, and he understands it immediately. A blush instantly rose on his pretty face, and he scolded, rogue. Pervert, you are so shameless. What kind of face do you want in front of girls, especially in front of beautiful women? You should be shameless. Chinluo was still flamboyant, making Momosuke blushing. For him, a master of 21st century pickup, taking down Momosuke was a breeze. Dead ghost, now the government wants you Luyun with 2 billion Baileys, and you caught Zephyr, Sengoku, and others, and offered a reward of 1 billion, then you are now a big pirate of 3 billion Baileys. Better than Whitebeard and Roger. Quote. It's only 3 billion, what is there? Hearing this, Chinluo waved his hand without interest. 3 billion, is that a lot? For Chinluo, the world government's reward of hundreds of millions is not worth mentioning in his eyes. This thing is nothing but a bounty. Besides shocking the people of the world, what else is there? It's just a lot of fame. Now Chinluo doesn't want fame at all. He wants devil fruit. If someone gives Chinluo 10 devil fruits to exchange with him, he will transfer this status without hesitation. Of course, under the premise that it can be transferred. If no one buys 10 devil fruits, 500 million will do. If you do and get one, you can. For Chinluo, the 3 billion is better than giving him a few devil fruits. A mere 3 billion. Momosuke widened her beautiful eyes and said in surprise, do you know what 3 billion means? What does it mean? Isn't it invincible in the world? I know that I am invincible or invincible. I still need the government to judge. Chinluo replied dully. Momosuke wanted to refute it, but she opened her mouth, but she couldn't find the flaw in Chinluo's words. At this moment, Chinluo's heart suddenly moved, and the talisman in his arms exploded. This talisman was exchanged by Chinluo for 10 points. He exchanged 2 at the beginning. If one of them is broken, the other one will also be broken. 2 days ago, Yufir wanted to worship him as a teacher. Chinluo opened it. An almost impossible condition came out, and he was given a talisman. If you complete the task, let Yufir crush the talisman. Now that the talisman in his hand is broken, it means Yufir crushed the talisman. Could it be that I really found the devil fruit in 2 days? Chinluo murmured inwardly, his face puzzled. What's wrong? Momosuke couldn't help asking when he saw Chinluo's thoughts. It's okay, there's something to do, do you want to go? Momosuke just woke up, suitable for activities, always lying on the chuong, but people are going to waste. Momosuke nodded slightly in agreement. Seeing Momosuke nod, Chinluo was not pretentious, and sent Momosuke directly into the system space. And changed Momosuke's clothes, and then exchanged a mask for Momosuke for her to wear. After preparation, Chinluo cast a skill that melts into all waters. An illusory space appeared in his mind, and Chinluo was looking for a bright spot. It happened that the location of the talisman was on an island in the New World. Is it here? Chinluo murmured, then changed into a red robe and a black robe, put on a mask, and disappeared. Traveling through space, Chinluo appeared thousands of miles away in an instant. New World. Some island. Euphor was lying on the ground in an extremely embarrassed state. His clothes were tattered, his face was dripping with blood, and his mouth had collapsed. He was breathing heavily at the moment, looking extremely painful. What's wrong? Qin Luo's figure emerged, looking at Euphor, who was seriously injured in front of him. Chapter 96 Nine-Tailed Fox. Euphor was lying on the island with a dying breath, and his tongue lay up and down, blood kept spilling out of his mouth, and he was seriously injured. Big Lord. Euphor spoke with difficulty, his eyes reddened. Big Sir, I have collected the devil fruit. Euphor was very excited, but soon, under his ecstasy, he directly involved the wound. Even so, Euphor was still excited. Qin Luo looked at Euphor's arms. The two densely threaded devil fruits were tightly held by him, and the blood stained the devil fruits blood red. Momoshiki opened his mouth in surprise and was at a loss when he saw it. Where did you get it? Qin Luo asked, moving his eyes slightly. Grab it from a pirate ship owned by Whitebeard. Euphor's bloody face was filled with a bright smile. Now, only Qin Luo and devil fruits are in his eyes. Within 2 days, he completed the task that Lu Yunxin gave him, and he successfully passed the first level. Aren't you afraid of being chased and killed by Whitebeard when you grab a devil fruit from Whitebeard? Qin Luo shook his head and said, this kid is also bold. Ha ha. Euphor heard the words, showing a happy smile. If you can pass the test of Lu Yunxin, it doesn't matter if you die, the only pity is that I will not live long. God, take these 2 devil fruits. Just treat it as your uninitiated disciple honoring you. Quote. Euphor showed a look of pain, the wounds on his body were huge, blood kept gushing out, and Euphor had a hard time speaking. It can be said that Euphor is a dying man. Is it worth it? Seeing Euphor in such pain, Qin Luo couldn't help sighing and shaking his head. In order to worship him as a teacher, he would lose his life, which only a fool could do. It's worth it. Euphor smiled and said with a hard smile. Cough, cough, god of flowing clouds, take this devil fruit and get out of here, I won't survive. Euphor Ershang swayed violently, and his breathing became more and more difficult. Seeing Euphor so insistent, Qin Luo pondered for a moment, raised his right hand, took a shot in the void, and the 2 devil fruits lying in Euphor's arms appeared in Qin Luo's hands. Ding! Detect the mysterious energy, whether to collect it. The system prompt sounded, Qin Luo nodded and said, receive. Ding! The collection is successful. 1 Paramesha devil fruit, 1000 points. 1 Logia devil fruit, 1800 points. Ding! The exchange is successful. Immediately, the value of the integral panel jumped up again, directly to 7,300. Ding! The host has a chance to summon a character, do you want to summon it? Summon. Qin Luo raised his eyes and looked at Madara Uchiha and other big men. Without 10,000 Baileys, he couldn't summon a good character at all. Don't. Ding! Host, in addition to purchasing characters, you can also draw a lottery to summon. You now have 7,300 points. As long as you spend 5,000 points, you can draw a random prize once. Immediate award. What the hell is this? The instant prize is the same as you did last time, but this time, since you spent 5,000 points, the chances of successfully drawing a powerful character are half. What about the other half? Nothing to get. Is that so? Qin Luo thought deeply. This random lottery is an alternative method. In addition to the normal purchase, there is also a random draw method. Those big people can't buy it, so it is a systematic sales method. Similar to gambling, if you win the lottery, God, if you don't win the lottery, you will lose all your money. What characters can be drawn? Don't tell me, it's the kind of scum that can be exchanged for 1,000 points. Qin Luo doesn't want to complain anymore. Those people with cheap points are rubbish. The world of thieves is completely cannon fodder, not even cannon fodder. Ding! The characters in the 5,000 point lottery are Madara Uchiha, Hakuma Senju, Minato Namikaze, Hizen Sarutobi, Jiraiya, Orochimaru, Nagato, Kuo, Sandaime Raikage and so on. It's not bad this time, as for it's not cannon fodder. Chin Luo nodded and pondered. Bet. If you draw a lottery, you can draw good characters, but there is also a half chance of not drawing anything, and one step back to before liberation. Extract. After thinking about it, Chin Luo still gritted his teeth and gambled. Ding, the drawing is in progress, the drawing is successful. Congratulations, you got 9 tails. 9 tails. Chin Luo couldn't help but stagnate when he heard the words. Damn, I actually got 9 tails, Nima. Earned. Chin Luo was ecstatic, and then exchanged the 9 tails to the system space, and a miniature 9 tails appeared in front of Chin Luo. Master. Hem. Chin Luo nodded and looked at Jue. Although Jue is harmless to humans and animals at the moment, it can be fierce, it is simply a crazy beast. You stay here for a while. After speaking, Chin Luo left the system space and returned to the real world. 0. God, you accepted my devil fruit, which proves that I passed your test, and I have no regrets in death. Euphor laughed stupidly. Don't you think it's too cheap for you to die like this before my test is over? Chin Luo blamed himself a little. After all, Euphor was seriously injured in order to pass his test. If you want to die, don't die in this situation. If this matter had nothing to do with Chin Luo would be too lazy to care about him. I know my body, God, you don't have to comfort me, I'm afraid I'm going to die. Euphor murmured with a bitter look on his face. Death, who dares to let you die without my permission? I dare to let him die. Not only do I want to let him die, even you, I want to die too. Dare to snatch the devil fruits under Whitebeard's banner. Is it really impossible to find death? Just when Chin Luo raised his hand to save the kid, a rebellious voice suddenly came out. Hearing this voice, Chin Luo understood that Euphor should be followed, and Chin Luo did not ask who injured Euphor. Of course, there is no need to ask now. Damn, it's here. Euphor heard the words, his eyes were full of horror, and he shouted at Chin Luo in a conditioned reflex, God, go away. He is the Phoenix Marco. He is a member of Whitebeard. Whitebeard definitely coming soon. Quote. Whitebeard. Chin Luo looked at Euphor and smiled. Is he very powerful? Chapter 97 Kill him. Chin Luo couldn't help but laugh at Euphor's kind reminder. Is this guy really frightened, or he can't turn his head around? The dignified Luyun, who destroyed the existence of the Holy Land with one hand, would be afraid of Whitebeard. Will he run away timidly because of one of Whitebeard's crew? Hearing Chin Luo's questioning, Euphor froze in place. What he reminded Lu Yunshin just now, thinking about it now, is really fucking mentally retarded. What kind of character is Lu Yunshin? That is the existence of turning hands into clouds and covering hands into rain, and even the world government dares to smash into pieces, what else dare not? Merely Whitebeard, will you be afraid? And Euphor wants to worship Luyun as a teacher, isn't it because of Luyun's strength and terror? Sorry, I forgot that you are a god of noble existence. After communicating with Euphor, he felt relieved. Gorosei, 5 elders are not afraid, will they be afraid of Whitebeard? Yun and Whitebeard then to defeat Lu Yun God. Chin Luo saw that Euphor was about to die, so he directly exchanged an elixir. Here, eat first, to keep you safe. While speaking, Chin Luo flicked his right hand, and immediately, a round brown pill appeared in Euphor's hand. God, this is? Euphor asked with a puzzled face. There's so much nonsense, I won't eat you to death. Chin Luo frowned slightly and said dignifiedly. It's not a poison, this Euphor is like a talker, someone who is dying and still nagging, asking about that. If this guy hadn't risked his life to find 2 devil fruits for Chin Luo, he wouldn't be too lazy to ignore this kid's life and death. Yes. Seeing that Mr. Lu Yun was angry, Euphor hurriedly nodded and swallowed the medicinal pill. Gollum. After swallowing it, Euphor's body actually flashed a crystal clear light, and the body exuded a soft light. Those light enveloped his whole body, and the wound was healing quickly at a speed that could be detected by the naked eye. Fuck. This. Euphor's eyes widened in astonishment, unable to believe it. And Momoshiki was equally astonished. What kind of medicine is this, that can pull a dying person back in an instant? Even let his wounds heal. Feeling the surging vitality in his body, Euphor was overjoyed and said excitedly, "Thank God for saving my life." "Thank you." Hearing this, Chinluo waved his hand and said, "Euphor, is it the Phoenix Marco who hurt you?" I originally had a secret technique, and I ran away quickly, but I didn't expect that he would catch up and become what I am now." Euphor smiled bitterly. If there were no clouds here, he would have died today. "Euphor, obediently hand over the devil fruit, or you'll have to move your head." Suddenly, there was a gust of wind in front of Chinluo, and a wild voice sounded. Then, there was a sudden screeching sound from the outside world. It was a high-pitched, mind-disturbing sound, like the chirping of a bird. In an instant, the sound spread to the entire island. Momoshiki had a grim face, staring around. And Euphor was also shocked. "This is Whitebeard's crew, the Phoenix Marco." As the wild voice resounded here, a big bird with a whole body burning with blue flames circled under the clear sky and kept making bursts of chirping. Phoenix Marco. A trace of fear rose in Euphor's heart. He was almost killed by this kid, and escaped by relying on his housekeeping skills. If he hadn't asked Lu Yunshin for help, Euphor would have been buried here. Phoenix. Momoshiki was stunned, staring at the sky in a daze. Firebird. A member of the Whitebeard Pirates, the legendary Phoenix Marco. Today is the first time that Chinluo has met. "Euphor, give me the devil fruit. That's not something you can take. Dare to touch Daddy's things. I will kill you today." From the sky, the voice of a heavy young man came out, and it was a big blue firebird spitting out human words. At this moment, it charged down with murderous aura. "Hee, you want to kill him, do you agree with me?" Chinluo stood there, raised his head slightly, and smiled. "What are you?" The Phoenix Marco roared angrily, fluttering his wings in the empty needle. His wings spread wide, and a dive, like a falling flaming meteor, grabbed Chinluo. "I don't know what it is. Even if Whitebeard is in front of me, he may not dare to be as arrogant as you." Blowing up to the sky, "Dad, you dare to slander, and even you are killed today." "Young man, the killing intent is so heavy, but there is a price to pay." "The price?" The Phoenix Marco sneered, then unfolded his fierce claws and ripped it towards Chinluo. 9 tails. Chinluo didn't talk nonsense at all, and directly brought out the 9 tails in the system space and put it in front of him. Suddenly, the 9 tails rose up against the wind, directly jumping dozens of times. The cute civet cat that was originally a small miniature has now become an extremely fierce murder weapon. "Master, what are your orders?" 9 tails bared their fangs, and the whole body was full of red light, and the light was extremely dazzling. In an instant, the entire island was illuminated extremely brilliantly. "Kill him to death." Chinluo's eyes were flat and he spoke slowly. "Yes." Zhuwei nodded, and then an incomparably evil scarlet aura filled his body. Euphor and Momoshiki froze in place, their eyes full of horror. What is this? What an evil breath. What the hell is going on?" Momoshiki looked disgusted, and the breath was indescribably uncomfortable. "What?" Even the Phoenix Marco was shocked when he encountered the sudden change, but his claws had already fallen, and if he retreated, he would become a laughingstock. In front of his field of vision, an evil aura emanated from his entire body, and a behemoth that was dozens of times larger than him stood proudly. The incomparably evil power of the 9-tailed demon fox is spreading wildly around, wrapping everything around. "Damn, what is this?" Phoenix Marco looked panicked. He could sense another terrifying power from the evil breath. The 9-tailed demon fox stood upright on the island, and the water rolled under his feet. It is not a devil fruit person, so it is not afraid of sea water at all, and even the 9-tailed demon fox can walk on the sea, terrifying. Armament. The Phoenix Marco's claws were instantly covered with pitch-black armament hockey, and he charged down and claws at the nine-tailed demon fox. Stupid humans. The nine-tailed demon fox looked at the weak flying insect in front of him, and slapped it with a slap. The huge chakra claws slammed together with the Phoenix Marco's armament claws. In an instant, the Phoenix Marco was slapped and flew upside down for dozens of meters. It was far away, and after several rolls, it slowly stopped. The evil aura in the nine-tailed fox infected the skin of the Phoenix Marco and rushed into his body. You are a power. Mythical. Phoenix Marco was surprised again and again. Chapter 98 Nine-Tails vs Phoenix Marco. Ordinary devil fruits have absolutely no such aura and size. And there is only one, that is Zone Mythical Devil Fruit. There are 3 forms, the third is the giant form. Just now, Nine-Tails slapped his move to pieces. This invincible aura must be a mythical devil fruit. Hearing Marco's words, Chinluo smiled lightly. It's not the mythical devil fruit, but it's what it was originally. So it was. Lying ghosts. Marco's eyes flashed and he swooped down. Chinluo heard the words and chuckled. Marco didn't know. It's not his fault. After all, Marco didn't know Hokage, and he never thought that Chinluo could directly summon the beasts in other worlds. Ignorance. Chinluo was indifferent to Isho and spoke softly. Jue, let him taste your moves. Whatever you want, kill him for me. If you don't show mercy, this guy won't die. Chinluo incarnated as the master and instructed Jue. Let the nine-tailed fight with the Phoenix Marco to see how powerful the nine-tailed is in the world of pirates. Who are summoned will not have the drawback of checking the 11-carat deficiency at all. This may be a system reward. All the characters in Naruto, as long as they come to the world of pirates, can use chakra almost unlimitedly, and have a strong recovery ability. Is very similar to the Forbidden Earth reincarnation of the bug in Naruto. Since they are both mythicals, let me see, it's my mythical devil fruit that is stronger. It's yours. The difference in size between Jue and the Phoenix is extremely huge. The Phoenix is like a clown jumping in front of Jue. Jue just jumped slightly, his figure flashed quickly, and he jumped into the sky, and then it was like a tennis ball. Claws drop. Bang. The Phoenix and the nine-tails are separated by a single touch. Such a huge body, such a flexible body. Where did it come from? Marco's pupils shrank. Completely unexpected. How has such a strong powerhouse never been heard in the pirate world? To be able to have such strength, he will never go unnoticed. While Marco was thinking, the huge body of the nine-tails flashed to Marco's side again, smashed the void with one claw, and smashed towards him. Little devil, you dare not concentrate in front of me, but you will be slapped into flesh. Nine-tails bared terrifying fangs, and the red chakra was constantly bubbling on her body, which was extremely evil. Damn, such an evil breath. What kind of fruit power are you? Tanuki fruit, there is no way to be as powerful as you. During the battle, Marco kept changing shape and escaped quickly. Facing the huge body of Nine-Tails, he was completely beaten. There is no fighting back. Facing the thunder blow of the nine-tailed demon fox, the phoenix's wings shook, and it quickly raised its height. The nine-tailed demon fox had no wings and flew into the void, so it would not be caught by the nine-tailed. Hey, although you are powerful, you still can't catch me in front of the phoenix that is good at flying. The Phoenix Marco flew in the air leisurely, and smiled contemptuously. Little devil, if you think so simple, I'm afraid you will suffer. Nine-tailed evil eyes stared at Marco, the phoenix, and immediately, the nine-tails behind him moved wildly, the earth roared, and countless sandstorms were blown up. Shocked, and had already quickly ducked behind a boulder. Momoshiki couldn't resist, but he directly blocked the evil aura of Nine-Tails and did not hurt Momoshiki. But seeing Nine-Tails such a thrilling aura, Momoshiki's pretty face turned pale. Is this the ancient era? There really is a demon fox. Little devil, try my moves, don't think I can't help you if you fly into the air. Nine-Tails' contempt for Isho, their tails twirled wildly, and immediately, 3 scarlet tails full of evil aura quickly rushed to the sky and surrounded the Phoenix Marco. Damn, how else can this be? Phoenix Marco's face changed wildly, and he flew backwards quickly. These 9-tailed moves and energy were extremely strange, which made the Phoenix suffer a dark loss. Now the Phoenix is planning to discover the drawbacks of the 9-tailed demon fox, and then strike a fatal blow. Armament. Feeling that the evil tail had caught up, the Phoenix turned around, punched the arm-covering armament, and smashed one of the tails and rushed to the side. Kankan dodged the 9-tails attack, and the next moment, Marco turned directly in the air and escaped again. Because the 4 are extremely evil, and their tails like poisonous snakes are rushing straight up. If they are bound, he will surely die. Damn, what the hell is this? Marco fled frantically, his brain racing, looking for a solution. Marco was in the air, his body was extremely agile, jumping up and down, flying left and right, sometimes up, sometimes down, with a ghostly figure, and every time he avoided the 9-tailed encirclement net dangerously. No way, can't just be beaten. The Phoenix quickly adjusted his state, his eyes narrowed, and the lower body of the Phoenix turned into a human shape. Marco swooped down and charged at the 9-tailed at full speed. Armament's hardened feet kicked directly into the eyes of the 9-tailed demon fox. Ant. 9-tails scoffed, a tail flashed out quickly, and the tail covered with chakra energy quickly grew bigger, blocking directly in front of 9-tails. Bang! One kick, Marco poured all his strength onto it. So fast, worthy of being a member of Whitebeard's 433, rich experience. Chinluo laughed and looked at all this indifferently. Is Marco strong? Strong, but he is doomed to fail today, because he is facing the 9-tailed demon fox. 1 foot, the 9-tailed evil Isho, swept his tail, and in an instant, it seemed like a giant stick that penetrated the sky and swept over. Boom! Marco was careless for a while, and was swept by a tail, and the whole person was knocked down into the sky. Boom! The Phoenix lay on the deserted island, directly crushing the surrounding boulders, and thick cracks spread out. At this moment, 9-tails seized the opportunity, jumped up, and slapped it with a paw under the shocked eyes of Yufer and Momoshiki. At the critical moment, I saw the blue flame in the deep pit flourishing, and inside the deep pit, a blue bird chirped, just soaring into the sky. Damn, the tail is so troublesome. It has such a strong defense. Marco stood in the void, staring solemnly at the 9-tailed demon fox below, his mouth was aching faintly. This thing is strong, unbelievably strong. He resisted even his astonishingly fast move, and used a thunderous counterattack to shoot him down with one tail. How fast is the reaction? Resurrected Qingyan. Chinluo looked at the color of the flame and murmured softly. Chapter 99 Tail Beast Cannon. Chinluo looked at the sky with deep eyes. 9-tails are very powerful. Kyubi, get rid of him. Chinluo looked at the clown-like phoenix jumping on the beam and gave an order directly. Yes, master. After finishing speaking, an evil black spot appeared in front of Jue. Immediately, countless black spots that were densely packed around were quickly gathered by Jue, and the evil aura soared. Immediately, in front of Jue, the black spot condensed into a sphere. Tailed Beast Cannon. Seeing this, Marco's face changed wildly, and he said in shock, "What a terrifying power, what is this thing? If you get hit by this thing, you will have to peel off your skin if you don't die." Marco had lingering fears, and after realizing the power of this move, he immediately chose to dodge. Hit hard, fools can do it. Marco is worthy of being the captain of Whitebeard's subordinates. He moves quickly, dodges left and right, and begins to fight guerrilla warfare. The sky is his domain, and at this moment, he is using his advantages to the fullest. I saw Marco move amazingly and dodge quickly. Then the tailed beast cannon exploded in an extremely wide range. I saw a bang, the ground trembled, and a huge red flame rose in the sky, and its power spread rapidly. Marco, the phoenix, with an unstoppable momentum. In an instant, the violent energy spread out in all directions, and the mountains in the distance were directly flattened by this tyrannical energy. Above the sky, flames roared, engulfing the Phoenix Marco's power spreads rapidly, and it is not worth twice the speed of Marco's flight. He simply cannot escape. Can't escape. Damn it. The Phoenix Marco's expression changed in shock. In an instant, he was enveloped and swallowed by the evil red aura. In an instant, he kindly felt this evil and violent aura quickly invade his skin. Towards the destruction of the body. The violent explosion covered everything in the sky, and the aftermath was vented in all directions, sweeping everything. Euphor was stunned as he stared at such a huge destructive power, and said in shock, "The captain of Whitebeard's. The Phoenix Marco's was beaten down. What kind of monster is this? And this monster actually obeyed God's orders." Quote. Momoshige also looked shocked. Since she met Chinluo, she has been shocked every day. What a terrifying destructive power. Is Marco the Phoenix dead? I'm under the Phoenix Marco, like a little chicken, let him slaughter, but in front of the adult's little brother, I only get beaten. Nine Tails, you're doing a good job, banging a cannon on his mother's side. Chinluo has completely become a hands-off shopkeeper, standing on Juwei's head. He only needs to give an order, which also allows Chinluo to estimate the true strength of Juwei. Yes, master. Juwei nodded, grinning evilly with his fangs bared. A well-behaved appearance is completely different from that evil face. Above the sky, Marco's figure has completely disappeared, the scarlet aura has disappeared, and there is only a cyan flame burning continuously in the void. Isn't this dead? It's not a matter of being a zone mythical devil fruit power user, who has almost an immortal life. Chinluo narrowed his eyes and stared carefully. When Chinluo's words fell, a cyan flame that was about to go out suddenly rose with the storm. In an instant, the cyan flame rose into the sky and expanded to a height of 7 or 8 meters. Punch away. Immediately, in the eyes of the three, a splendid phoenix rushed out of the green flames again, and a cry resounded through the heavens and the earth. Qingyan condensed and turned into Marco's figure again. Nine-tailed demon fox, it's useless, no matter how strong your attack is, I can be resurrected, because this is my ability. Phoenix Marco was revived and made a comeback again, and the whole person also had some confidence in his heart. Marco is not Logia, but he is better than Logia. Not many people have the move to resurrect this bug. Chinluo raised his eyes and said with interest, "You have already died once. You ate zone devil fruit. You don't have the properties of Logia fluid. How does death taste like? Do you want to try it again?" Humph. What if you die once? No matter how strong your attack is, I can be resurrected tilde. Marco said with a stern expression. Chinluo has learned about zone mythical devil fruits. This kind of fruit is extremely rare, even scarcer than Logia. Sengoku in the Marine headquarters ate zone mythical human fruit. The fruits that Chinluo is familiar with are outrageously strong. Marco in front of him has eaten the phoenix fruit and has an almost infinite resurrection ability. Marco, the ability of infinite resurrection. Do you think I am a 3-year-old child? Even if your ability is terrifying, if I kill you 100 times, 1,000 times, you can still be resurrected. Ha ha. The Phoenix Marco sneered. He flew in the air. Qingyan flapped his wings, stared at Chinluo who was standing on top of the 9-tailed demon fox's head, and said contemptuously, "What do you think you are? The more powerful you are, the more terrifying the consumption of the move, do you think? How many times can you perform this move? How many times? Then let you witness it with your own eyes. How many times can you use it?" Chinluo was indifferent to Isho, not angry because of Marco's words. Since this kid doesn't accept it, then beat him to accept it. Hit him trembling. As soon as the voice fell, Marco swooped down and shot first. The whole body was covered with flames, and from a distance, it looked like a meteor, falling towards Chinluo. Want melee combat? Chinluo guessed the thoughts of the Phoenix Marco at a glance, and then Qin Luo said indifferently to Isho, "Nine Tails, kill him, he doubts life." Phoenix Marco is very smart. He guessed that Nine Tails can't use a lot of moves just now. In Naruto world, Nine Tails really doesn't have such a perverted and uninterrupted bombardment, but now that the system has been repaired, Nine Tails can recover. Strong to pervert. As soon as the words fell, Kyuubi nodded lightly. Under the confident gaze of the phoenix bird, Marco, countless dense black light spots quickly condensed, and an extremely evil force emerged in front of Nine Tails. Tailed Beast Cannon. Chapter 100 Be a Father's Son. Nine Tails. The violent energy is earth-shattering, the situation changes, and the sea roars. The sudden violent force enveloped the entire island. The incomparably evil scarlet aura continued to overflow from the nine-tailed demon fox. The evil chakra was gathered in front of him, and black spheres containing terrifying energy emerged. Tailed Beast Cannon. The dense spheres rushed towards Marco. Facing the drastic changes, Marco's face was extremely gloomy, and he directly flapped his wings and leapt up. Damn it! What kind of monster is this? Such a powerful move can be used non-stop. Monster! 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 Phoenix was extremely aggrieved. His dignified captain under Whitebeard, with a bounty of several 100 million, was beaten by such a strange thing. There is an indescribable grief. Bang! 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 A trail of tailed beast cannons containing explosive energy quickly going, rushing directly to the Phoenix Marco. Marco had a premonition that the crisis was coming, so he turned his direction and avoided the pass dangerously, but before Marco could stop, another tail beast bombarded him. Damn it! There's no end to it. The Phoenix was extremely embarrassed by the tailed beast cannon in the air, and hurriedly avoided. Countless tailed beast cannons swept past him, setting off waves of waves. 750 in the air, the Phoenix Marco could only flee, but in this way, he was completely at a disadvantage, and was regarded as a living target by others. Nine Tails continued to bombard him. Qin Luo's face was flat, standing on the top of Juwei's head, slowly admiring the miserable figure of the Phoenix Marco. Boom tilde. Boom. Boom. In a moment, the countless tailed beast cannons that were fired all exploded, the sound shook the sky and the earth, the ground was howling, and the sky turned scarlet in an instant. The flames are raging. The huge explosion sound was infinitely powerful, and the shock wave spread to the surroundings, and countless terrifying energies shot directly into the body of the Phoenix Marco. Suddenly, he was mercilessly swallowed by the flames. The Phoenix Marco perished again. Before he could relax, there was another crisp cry amid the monstrous fireworks. The green flames contrasted sharply with the scarlet flames around him. The Phoenix Marco fled in a panic, his face a little pale. What? Was he killed again? Qin Luo's eyes shifted slightly, and he couldn't help laughing when he saw the Phoenix Marco's embarrassed end. What kind of monster is this nine-tailed demon fox? Why does it obey your orders? It has such strength. It can completely gain a firm foothold in the new world. Phoenix Marco was extremely shocked. At first, he didn't take it seriously and despised the nine-tailed demon fox, but the more he came into contact with the nine-tailed demon fox, the more he realized that this thing was completely a monster. What's even more terrifying is that this monster still listens to the words of the man in front of him. And the nine-tailed demon fox, such a terrifying evildoer, was willing to do so. Is it? Qin Luo raised his eyelids, glanced at the nine-tailed demon fox, and said with a smile, "It's my pet, called Xiaoju, ranked the 9th, as dick as it is, there are 8 more, and they are 9 they can still fit together and become the old 10. Quote. 9. Can they fit together? Phoenix Marco was extremely surprised, and his entire outlook on life had undergone earth-shaking changes. Damn, if someone told him that he had 10 pets, all of them were fierce, Marco the Phoenix would definitely call him mentally retarded. But when Qin Luo said something like this, he couldn't believe it, because he felt the ferocity of the nine-tailed demon fox. Simply killed him twice. Damn, totally crushed. Yes. Qin Luo nodded lightly and said, if you want to know them, I can introduce them to you. 1 to 9 tails, the most easily distinguishable feature is their tails, 1 tail and 2 tails. Quote. Master, don't be long-winded, let me shoot him a few times. I feel that the chakra in my body is endless, so enjoyable, I really want to release it. Quote. Quote. Chin Luo was talking vigorously, and the 9 tails came directly, making Chin Luo shameless. Damn, did you tell me? Chin Luo slapped the top of Juwei's head and knocked out a bag for him. Ow! Juwei hugged her head aggrievedly and yelled in pain. Master, I was wrong. Quote. Marco, the phoenix who witnessed the whole process, was struck by Lei's outer coke and inner tenderness. Damn, not only did I see a strong man today, but I also met a funny one. However, this man dared to fight the 9-tailed demon fox, and the 9-tailed demon fox didn't dare to resist. Why on earth? If you fight hard, you will definitely fail miserably, but if you stir up discord, let the 9-tailed demon fox turn against the tide and join Whitebeard's banner, Dad will definitely reward him. With a sudden change of mind, the phoenix Marco flew to the void, stood in the distance and said to the 9 tails, 9-tailed demon fox, your master is too miserable to you. You have the strength of an absolute powerhouse, join our Whitebeard pirate group. If you join, you will definitely be a cadre member of the Whitebeard pirates, and you don't need to suffer from this arrogance. And I will also be your good brother. In the future, we will work together, have such strength, and rely on others. What a tragedy. Quote. Fuck, Chin Luo scolded when he heard the words. Paralyzed, this is digging a wall, right? Or dig a foot in the wall in front of the master. Damn, do you want to be so bloody? Seeing that the 9-tailed demon fox didn't speak, the phoenix Marco thought that the 9-tailed demon fox was moved, so he began to yell again. 9-tailed demon fox, get rid of it, you will be the overlord of the sea, eat what you want. Play whatever you want. What are you doing? Joining our Whitebeard pirates is a relief for you. It is also a rebirth. There is no need to be tortured and beaten at all. Quote. Beaten. Chin Luo's eyes widened, paralyzed. When did he beat Juwei? To die is an iron fist of love, okay. Seeing the 9-tailed demon fox stop, Marco was overjoyed, and hurriedly said, Dad is a very good person, and he didn't say anything to his brother. With your strength, you can be your father's son. Father is good to his son. Extremely. We are all proud of being a father and son. Above the sea, there are thousands of pirates fighting to be fathers and sons. Phoenix Marco persuaded him well. Son, for the 9-tailed demon fox who passed through Naruto world, there is only one person who can be his father. Idiot, what kind of thing is Whitebeard? I don't even have the right to carry my shoes. Anyone who can be my father, except for the old man Lu Dao, is my current master. You made me turn against the water in front of my master, are you kidding me? 9-tails snorted, his words full of threats. Damn, it didn't work. Phoenix Marco was startled, and at the same time flew quickly into the air, because there were already dozens of tailed beast cannons condensed in front of him. Stupid human, let you taste the power of your 9-tailed grandpa today, dare to dig people in front of the master, and I will take care of you for the master.